here with the best fan and welcome.
Ernest Jones, Devin Witherspoon, KJ Wright, Dave Burleson. You're watching NorCam.
You're watching NorCam.
There you go. Seahawks, Super Bowl champions of Super Bowl 60. Can you believe it? All this time this season, because we've been going week by week to the division, to the divisional round, the championship, and then finally this game, and we actually pulled this sucker off. Can you believe it? After all this time, and here we are. World freaking champs. Man, it's still kind of hard to believe. Today was the parade downtown. I actually went to the trophy presentation at Lumen Field. Kind of had to choose one or the other because you couldn't really go to one and then move to the other one. It was like, by that time, there's thousands of people downtown. There was no way to get in there. So got to witness the boys coming in and the speeches. I got a little emotional, actually, when John Schneider talked a little bit during his speech, and it was great. And so, as I've done almost every week, I said I would do another call-in session, win or lose, after the Super Bowl. Well, guess what? We get to do a winning call-in session. So the phone lines are blowing up like crazy. I love it because, of course, we all want to talk about a win. So I'm going to get your calls in just a minute, and I'm going to try to – every time I do this show, I end up going for like 3+ hours trying to get through all the calls. So I'm going to try to be really efficient because I want to get to everybody, and I wasn't able to get to everybody last time. So I'm going to try to really limit it to like a minute or two for each call and then see if we can get through everybody. But this is going to be great. I mean, it's a time of celebration, a time of how often does this happen? This has happened twice in the 50 years of this team's existence. But how poetic, how perfect is it that the Seahawks, in a year when nobody gave them a chance at the beginning of the season, that they would not only win the division, do it by beating the 49ers on their turf, get the number 1 seed, beat the 49ers again, like whoop that ass, and then have to play the Rams a third time and beating them to go to the Super Bowl. And then we play the Super Bowl to avenge our loss against the Patriots in Super Bowl 49, beat them pretty handily, and do it on the 49ers field. I mean, it just couldn't have gone any better. And really even having lost, or not lost, but having to face the Rams in the NFC Championship, we were all worried, like, oh man, the Rams again. And there was that part of me that was like, well, if we do it, no one will doubt that we truly were the best team in the NFL. And the fact that they did, we went through the hard way. And I think really playing teams like the Niners 3 times, the Rams 3 times, made us that much better. So when we played the Patriots, they weren't ready for it. They were not chiseled in steel like we were, where we had to get through the toughest of the toughest teams. And I just think the Patriots had too easy of a path. So by the time they got to us, I mean, they were not ready for what was about to hit them. And I had a feeling that was going to be the case. So anyway, great time today at the Super Bowl trophy presentation. From the little bit I saw on TV and the social media clips, downtown Seattle was packed. I mean, it was amazing how many people were there. There was places where you look to the side, like the road of the parade is going down this way, and you look to this road here, and it's just a sea of people all the way down the block. You're thinking, man, the person at the end there probably can't even see a damn thing. They can't even see the convoy going by, and maybe if they're lucky, if they're 7 feet tall, could see over the crowd in front of them. Otherwise, they're just seeing the back of some dude's head. Yeah, and yet they were there. They're still there to enjoy it. So I just think it's just amazing that we got to see this. And from what I could tell, we didn't have any incidents, just like it was 12 years ago. A very peaceful gathering of close to 1 million people, maybe more this time, in downtown Seattle. So I haven't heard anything of any incidents. Hopefully that was the case in this joyous celebration of victory for the city of Seattle. So thank you guys for joining. I'm not going to waste too much time and get right to your calls. And I want to hear what you guys think, and also kind of the expectations for next year. Because now that this is over, we turn the page and go, all right, it's now, and now we're going to start hearing about free agency transactions, guys who are going to be let go, guys who will be re-signed, just talking about where we're at now, the feeling of it, and then of course how next year feels like it's going to be. Real quick, I want to shout out to let's see, Jetfire. Where is it? A couple of super chats, and appreciate your support. Jetfire97 says just a couple of hearts. Green and blue heart. Love it. Thank you for your support. Jetfire97. And there's another one here by Nathan Tucker, 25. Thank you for the super chat support. It says, this will be a night Seahawks fans will never forget because we won our second championship. A moment of redemption, 11 years in the making. Emmett Smith said it best. How sweet it is. Payback. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, could not have been any better. Because you imagine if the Rams had lost to the Bears, for example, and we beat the Bears, and then we were to still win the Super Bowl, then people wouldn't have been saying, but if the Rams had faced you guys in the NFC Championship game, there's no way you would have beaten us. Now they can't say any of that stuff. The Ernest Jones speech. If you guys haven't heard it yet, that was epic. Agreed, Rafael De Luna. He did his, basically, I heard it earlier in the year when he had to defend Sam Darnold, and he told, anybody, has anything to say about my quarterback? F you. And he basically did the same thing, doubled down on it as the last speaker of the speeches. Got to say, basically, if you have anything to say about my quarterback, you have anything to say about our defense, you have anything to say about our offensive line, you have to say anything about the city of Seattle, and then everybody together said, F you. It was great. It was such a great way to finish. So, Johnny Ryan Chapman's asked, where's my dad been? My dad went to the Philippines New Year's Eve. So before all of this exciting playoff run, and really week 18 actually, he missed all this. I was like, Dad, how could you plan a trip when this playoffs don't even start? So he's missed all this. So I was really missing my dad for the Super Bowl, because we've been to every single Super Bowl together, and this would have been our fourth one together. But he watched my live stream, so he felt kind of like he was there. But yeah, so anyway. That's kind of just been the way it was this weekend. It was amazing. I have so much video I still have to put together. I tried to post a few highlights online, but yeah, I plan to do a whole documentary of the journey to San Francisco and all the fun stuff that we got to do down there. So anyway, let's jump to the calls, because there's a lot of you on the line here, and I want to get to as many as possible. So hang tight while I get this all set up. Hopefully this all works. Okay, let's jump in. There's the number, 202-926-1076, and the code is 696153. We will start with, let's see, I think AD was one of the first ones on here, so we'll jump in with AD first. AD from Yakima, Washington, same as Cooper Kupp. How you doing, man?
Seahawks are Super Bowl champions!
Woo, that's right. Yep. Great time to be a Seahawks fan. Great time for the city of Seattle. Yeah, I saw your video. That was pretty cool. Your reaction to the win. It's awesome. Back at that your favorite sports bar, huh?
Oh, man. What? I didn't hear you.
No, back at your favorite sports bar again? Is that where you were at?
No. I was at my mom's.
That was your NFC Championship reaction. was for the sports part. Right?
You know what? I will send you that video.
Okay, yeah, you send that to me. I'll take a look at it. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, Super Bowl champs. How did you feel when the clock struck 0 and we pulled this thing off?
Honestly, you have no idea how good it felt to actually get revenge after 11 years, man.
Oh, I have a pretty good idea how it felt. I think we all felt that same way to get revenge. But yes, it was a very satisfying feeling to know that there was a certain point in the game where you go, we're going to win this thing. You know, it didn't have to come down to the final second. We're like, we're winning this game. They're not going to come back. There's no way they're going to come back. So, yeah, it was good.
The second part after that win, that lingering feeling of us getting to talk about doing something this year.
Oh, yes, I know. That was one of the things you brought up as far as if the Seahawks pull off the Super Bowl. No longer the Mizuki buffet visit, but a collaboration of sorts in the off season. So, yes, we will definitely have to brainstorm on that. So, yeah, that's going to be cool. So, yeah, great times, man. Looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Well, thanks, man. It's great to talk to you. I'll watch your video, send it to me, and yeah, we will have a lot to talk about this coming off season, which starts pretty much immediately. So, yeah, man. So, yep, we'll be in touch. But thanks for the call. Appreciate the reaction, and go Hawks, baby.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. All right. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep things moving quick so that we can get to as many people as we can. Let me go to Austin. Fritz, he was another one who was on here pretty quick. Austin, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, Norb?
Cloud9, man. It's been great this whole weekend, coming back and then planning for the parade. Yeah, this has just been a season to remember. That it's just been so just, man, it's been Cloud9. I mean, it's been so exciting to watch this team dominating the way that they have.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah, so how do you feel about, well, first of all, what was your favorite moment from the Super Bowl?
I would have to go with the pick six by Uchenna Nwosu after the hit by Devin Witherspoon on Drake May, because I knew immediately. It kind of reminded me of the Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Super Bowl victory.
Yeah, very much so.
That was very awesome to see.
But that was the dagger, though. That was the one that was like, once that happened, I mean, it was already kind of leaning towards that way, like the Seahawks were going to run away with it. But that was like the nail in the coffin when we had that one. Yeah, that was the moment where we knew that we were going to win this game.
I said in my previous call with you on your previous stream that if they pressure Drake May and get the ball from him, they're in prime position to win their second title. And boy, did they listen to what I said to you. That was very incredible to watch.
You were right.
Game at the end, that was awesome.
Let me ask you another question. So, what in free agency? We got a few guys who are potentially on the block for who maybe not coming back if they don't get re-signed. Who are the most important guys we got to bring back?
I'm pretty sure they're going to bring back Kenneth Walker for sure. He really was the heart and soul of the running game for Seattle, despite Zach Charbonnet going down in the division round against San Francisco. So that's the main guy that they probably should bring back to Seattle to hopefully keep building success off of their second title. So, yeah.
For sure. How do you not re-sign your Super Bowl MVP, right? I mean, yeah, and we don't have Charbonnet either, so we kind of have to. I think he proved it. He proved it in the stretch of the playoffs that he is the guy. So, yeah, fantastic. Yeah. All right, man. But thanks for the call. Appreciate it. It's great to get your reactions, and we'll talk soon. All right.
All right. See you back in Seattle in a few more weeks, man.
All right. Sounds good. Go Hawks.
Take care, man.
Yeah, you bet. All right. Let's continue along the way here, and let's go to Anish from across the border. Anish, Super Bowl champs, bro. How does that sound to you?
Sounds great, man. Like, and last week I said, and I was very close that Jason Myers is going to be the Super Bowl MVP. I got close. I thought he might be, but hey, I'll take it.
He
Kenneth
gave
Walker,
a
third,
MVP type performance, historic Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think you could do much more than maybe a trick play where he goes out for a fake field goal and catches a touchdown. I mean, what more does the kicker have to do? He scored almost all the points for Seattle, 17 points on his own. I thought he might get it, but kickers never get that kind of love. But it was great.
No, but hey, K9, heck of a game by K9. He deserved the MVP. Seahawks won the Super Bowl. That's all that matters. I was down there today at the stadium in Lumen Field. What a day. What an awesome experience.
Yeah, you were down there too, huh?
Yeah,
so much fun.
Yeah.
Such a great moment. I don't know about you. I got a little teary-eyed when John Schneider was giving his speech, man. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that was a touching moment. That's with everything that everyone's gone through. And,
about players losing their fathers and stuff. I was like, oh man, I'm not supposed to get emotional at this thing, but it did. So.
Yeah, it's a tight knit group. You could tell these guys are a tight knit group, man. They care for each other and they play for each other. And this season it was a great season, 50th anniversary of this season. To win the Super Bowl on your 50th anniversary season, think about that. That just doesn't happen in sports for any team.
Yeah,
but the Seahawks did something like they won a Super Bowl in their 50th season. Like you know what I mean? No team does that.
Beating their division rivals 3 times on their division rivals' field to avenge the team that beat them in their previous Super Bowl. I mean, you can't make this story up. It couldn't be more perfect.
No, you can't.
It really sort of addressed everything. Season. Yeah, it really was. It was amazing.
It was, but I won't keep you on because you got a lot of calls to take. But I got to say, Norv, man, thanks for all your contact. Thanks for all your hard work. You make a difference in all our lives, honestly. Appreciate the contact. Just like I said before, there's days that I struggle, have days that aren't really that good, but you know what? The fact that you come out here and do this for us, man, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you as a friend, and I can't wait to see you next season, and hopefully maybe for a Mariners game or something in the summer. Maybe catch up with you, man. So.
Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate being us staying connected all these years, and champs, man. Let's run it back next year, all right?
Exactly. Let's do it, man.
All
Good luck tonight, buddy. Go Hawks.
All right, go Hawks. Yeah, that was Anish. Appreciate him. There's a super chat here I wanted to get to. Let's go to the Seahawks. 53 has been doing a lot of chats lately. Did Myers not get any mentions on his part? That was the thing, is like they gave a lot of love to, the offense and the defense, of course, but nobody really, the kickers didn't get mentioned. They didn't really go up there. I thought Jason Myers kind of got a little bit overlooked, but again, that's the life of the kicker, man. The kickers are just sort of like these players in their own little world, but he should have gotten some shout-outs big time for that because, man, Myers has been great all year. Dixon has been great all year. And without those guys being money in their positions, and special teams in general, we probably lose a couple games here and there because they made the difference. So, I mean, Jason Myers was clutch all year long. Thinking about the Colts game, this game, so many times when I would speak up for him and say, we got to give props to Jason Myers. We just kind of always assume he's going to make these kicks, and then when he doesn't, that's the only time you talk about him. But you got to talk about him when he does well as well. So appreciate the super chat, Seahawks 53. All right, let's go to the next one. We're flying. I like the pace of this. Just like this is like rapid fire. It looks like no huddle. We're just going. All right, let's go to the 206. I think Alex from Seattle. Alex, you're on.
Hey, North. Yeah, that's my buddy.
What's up? How you doing? How you feeling after this historic weekend?
I'm doing good. Okay, so that game reminded me when we played the Broncos and the team didn't wake up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, there were some similarities, although when we beat the Broncos, it was similar in that way, because I remember we got that safety to start off Super Bowl 48, and then we got like field goal, and it's like, it's only 8-0, but we should be up by like 14-0, and then we got the pick six, and then we got the Percy Harvin, then Marshall Lynch scored a touchdown, we got the Percy Harvin, or the pick six, and then Percy Harvin kind of put it away, and then we just kind of added on. At that point. So this one was different in that we didn't have that sort of blowing them out by the halftime. In fact, it was still kind of like, we're a 2-score lead, but it wasn't a big thing. We felt like we left points on the board, but nonetheless, in the end, it felt like it was a blowout, and it should have been a bigger blowout. But it was nice to not have to be stressed out at the last 5 minutes of the game, for sure. So, Yeah. How did you did you go to the parade or anything like that today? We able to witness any of that stuff in person?
No, it's hard for me to be around. It's hard for me to be around crowds.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a big crowd. Hey, who wants to go downtown
I
and hang
do
out with
watch
a million people and barely see the parade? Unless you want to get down there at 6 in the morning. Yeah, I got you.
I do watch it on TV though.
Yeah, well, that's really the best view because just to be able to see all the different angles and all the people down there, just like little ants from those high views, a bunch of little ants all over the streets, just crawling with fans was a sight to behold. So I can't wait to hear what the actual estimates of how many people were there. I don't know if you guys have heard, but I'm guessing it's got to be 1 million or maybe a little bit more. So. Yeah. Well, how do you feel about going next year? Do you feel confident about our team going into next year and potentially repeating?
Yeah, I do. And Jason Myers is one of my favorite players.
Yes, he's so clutch, so underrated. Yeah. But yeah, he's great, and he's part Filipino. If you didn't know, his great grandfather was Filipino, so it's pretty cool. Very proud. Pinoy pride, for sure. Yeah. Well, it's great to go on this run, Alex. I hope to do lots more of these call-ins where you guys can come in and share your thoughts on things, and hopefully keep these positive thoughts going because this is an amazing team that has a lot of potential for the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like calling your show. You're fun.
Hey, you know what? We've been winning a lot, so it's a lot more fun to talk on the take callers as opposed to when you don't win. And there's a lot worse, not as much fun, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I enjoy having you too. So, well, thanks for the call. We will do this again soon, but bask in this is the best part. You get to for the next. Well, we have to wait for another. What is it? 5-6 months before we get to play another game. 6 or 7 months actually.
Yeah.
But we get to hold the badge and the title of Super Bowl champs for the next several months until we start that clock all back over again. And the nice thing is we're going to have that first game of the year at home, Thursday night football, because when you're the champs, you get to start the season off at home. We'll just find out who our opponent's going to be. We know it's not going to be the Rams or the 49ers because I guess they're playing that first week in Australia. So it's going to be somebody else. It'll be interesting to see who they pick. Maybe the Chiefs. I don't know. Some kind of exciting matchup to start the beginning of the year. We'll find out soon enough.
How about the Eagles?
We play. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but yeah, that would be good too. I don't know if we're playing the Eagles next year. I haven't given up a whole lot of thought, but that could be very interesting. Birds versus birds. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for the call, Alex.
How about the Cowgirls?
Yeah, that would be much. Cowgirls. Nah, they're not so good.
I don't like their team.
Although I like to beat up on them anyway, though. But all right, Alex, thanks for the call. Appreciate you. Go Hawks and enjoy the off season. All right. Thank you for Colin. All right, that was Alex. Appreciate her. Let's go to. Well, we're just going to go down the list here. Let's see. Let's go to Rabbit in Spokane. Rabbit, how you doing, man?
My guy, pinch me. Am I dreaming? Listen,
it might be.
We did it, dude. Defense took it all, and I'm going to tell you, man. These young men deserve every aspect of that win because we just sync together. I'll tell you something, man. It's like the dark side of the boom, my friend. Dark side of the boom, and we just dominated in all aspects. We start from the get go, and we just kept on rolling. We were 19 and nothing, in that first half. I mean, it was looking like a shutout. And it was just epic. And, hats off to, Kubiak and hats off to McDonald, hats off to the whole administration. They just synced it like clockwork.
Yeah.
And, bravo, we brought home number 2. Let's just keep it going. And I'm going to tell you, next year, it'll be Seattle versus Raiders in the Super Bowl, man. Battle of the West.
Seattle versus Raiders in the Super Bowl? Did I hear you right? You think that? So you think Kubiak's going to turn the Raiders organization into a Super Bowl contender?
I think Kubiak
in one
could
offseason.
turn the Raiders around, man. A lot better than Pete did.
I think he'll do better than Pete, but man, that's a big turnaround. The Raiders have been a mess for I don't know how many decades.
We'll see.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, since they moved that team to a party town, it's kind of hard. But
yeah.
But it would be nice. It'd be kind of cool, Battle of the West.
Yeah. Well, I one thing I'm excited about as far as the Raiders are concerned, we are playing them because we play the AFC West next year. So we're going to play the Raiders in Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. So me and a bunch of guys are already talking about planning to do a big group travel down to watch that game because we haven't played them in Allegiant yet. So this will be the first time finally to see them in that stadium. So, we're going to definitely make a road trip for that one.
To your question earlier
about the offseason,
who you think we're going to play who we're going to play the first game?
Yeah.
I believe it's going to be the Patriots.
Are we playing them? Are they on the schedule? I
think that's the prove it game, because every time. Remember when we played the Broncos, we beat them, and that following year, that was the first opening game, Broncos versus Seattle.
I don't think it was the first game. It was one of the early games. I don't think it was the very first one.
Maybe it was a preseason
after
game.
Super Bowl 48. Yeah, we played in the preseason, but we did play them again later. But the opening game after we won Super Bowl 48 was against the Packers. I remember it because we had Ariana Grande sang the national anthem, and we had concerts in front of the stadium.
It'll probably be the Vikings.
I'm going to pull it up just so
but
I can
hey, man,
have it
go Hawks. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's back it up. No more humiliation. Yeah. Let's just do it.
Yes, I love
Mike
it.
McDonald's a strong head coach, and he's really, very adamant about what he does. He's very strong-headed. Yeah. And, he praise God. Praise God. Yeah. I mean, he was right there at 30 seconds after the buzzer went off, looking up in the sky. He's like, praise God. It hits me in my dreaming.
Yeah.
But anyway, go Hawks, my guy. I don't want to keep you on there, but
no problem.
Hey, God bless you, brother.
Appreciate it, Rabbit. All right, take it easy. All right, go Hawks, man. Let's go to. Or before I do it, let me just read because I don't want to be confused about the schedule. So here are the opponents for next year, just so we can set the record straight. So we will be playing at home. We got all the NFC West guys, the Niners, Rams, Cardinals. Then we do play the Cowboys, the Giants, the Chiefs, of course, and then the West, San Diego Chargers, Chicago Bears, and indeed the Patriots. He might be right about that. Maybe we do face the Patriots. That would be tantalizing TV to play the team that we beat last in the Super Bowl. So I would say, as far as a marquee matchup, the best choices for the first game of the year would definitely be Patriots number 1, probably Chiefs number 2, and maybe Dallas number 3. That's probably what would be the choices. Because San Francisco, LA can't do it. Cardinals wouldn't be very interesting. New York, they're just new coach, just starting over. Chicago that'd be my number 4. And then San Diego, it's just San Diego Seahawks is just not really that sexy of a matchup. No real rivalry there. So, yeah, there you go. Could be Patriots, Chiefs, or Cowboys. All right, we'll see what the schedule makers say when we come to that. All right, let's go to the next caller here. Oh, so many names. Who to choose? Let's go to Corbin from the 206. Corbin, you're up.
Hey, Norm, what is good, man?
All is good, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like great, man.
It's a pretty awesome feeling. Yeah, man. Can you believe it? Seahawks Super Bowl champs. Yeah, where were you watching the game?
Oh, man, I was watching the game on TV. On TV.
Just at home? Or were you with friends?
I was at home.
Okay. All right. A quiet little Super Bowl at home. But, yeah, man, it's been kind of just a Cinderella dreamy season this year. But how do you feel about the Seahawks moving forward? Do you feel how confident do you feel about next year carrying this through and running it back?
Well, honestly, I think that the Seahawks are probably gonna run it back like next year. But honestly, my thoughts so far is that now that we won the Super Bowl, now so all we gotta do now is to do the off season. We gotta trade.
Yeah, who needs to stay? Who are the priority guys that are on the block that need to stay?
I think KSN and
Jason is going to still be here. But you got
K9. Walker the third.
Yep, Ken Walker. How about Rick Woolen? Stay or go?
Ooh, so week 1. So stay. Stay.
You're stay. Okay. How about Kobe Bryant? Stay or go?
So Kobe Bryant. I think. My prediction is that he will stay.
Boye Mafe, stay or go?
Let's see. I think he will go.
He's going to go. Okay. Well, we're going to see. We'll see. We got a lot of money, though, so that's a good thing. So, interesting.
Yeah.
I would probably, if I had to choose, I'd probably keep Mafe, maybe Woolen at the door if we had to choose between the two. But anyway, well, we'll see what happens, man. But I appreciate the call. Thanks for being on here.
Yeah,
we'll
man.
do this
so
again.
Thank you very much, Norb.
Of course. Corbin, thanks a lot for the
thank
call.
you, man.
All right.
See ya.
All right, go Hawks. All right, let's keep this train running. I want to get to as many calls as possible here. We will go to Jay from the 509. Jay, you're up.
Hey, Norb, 2-time Super Bowl champion.
How does that sound, man?
I don't know if
it
you
sounds
remember,
pretty damn good.
I don't know if you remember, but I called in the other day and I predicted Kenneth Walker MVP, so I'm happy about that.
I remember that. Yeah, that was pretty good. No, I don't. At the time when we were kind of deciding, okay, who's going to be MVP? Because, Jason Myers was kind of floating through our head. Although we thought nobody picks a kicker. But then it was like, oh, well, maybe it won't be. Or we have a defensive guy. Yeah, but K9, he really did. He carried the team on the back when the passing game wasn't happening.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone mentioned his name yet, but how about Riley Mills getting his first career sack in the Super Bowl? That was a cool moment to see.
That's great. I mean, and just think this is a guy, he's just finally getting some action because of the injuries, but it's almost like getting a new player next year, right? So he's going to be there, just like Torrey Horton will be back. It'll be like as if we got a new player upgrade, even though we already had him. We just haven't had him in such a long time. But yeah, a good call on the K9 thing. Who do you think is the most important guys that we got to bring back who might be on the chopping block or the free agency block?
I think Walker for sure, especially with Charbonnet. We don't know exactly when he's going to come back, so I think Kenneth Walker is a must in my opinion. And Rashid Shaheed's kind of interesting. I hope he stays, but what's your feeling on Shaheed?
He was such a high impact guy. I guess it just depends on, do they feel like Torrey Horton, like they have to have one or the other, or could they have two? Because can you imagine having both those guys, two speedsters side by side? I mean, God, Shaheed alone is already a threat. You have two of these guys plus JSN. Oh my God. This would be just like scary good.
Exactly.
So,
I remember when Shaheed first came with us, he said he wanted to stay, but I'm not sure how can you buy into that, but hopefully we can get somehow with Shaheed. And as far as the defense guys, I don't know if Woolen, I don't know if you've seen Woolen kind of posted like what he would do next. I don't know if Woolen would stay, but that'd be cool to get Kobe Bryant back and maybe Mafe, but obviously those were some tough decisions. And like you said, we have a lot of cap space, so it's interesting to see how Schneider obviously navigates through those, but hopefully we can keep as much as we can.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant. I feel like Ty Okada was actually really good in his place,
Right?
And so I would have been more nervous if he was potentially to leave before Ty Okada became the guy that he is, but after seeing what he did carrying his position for the time while he was injured, I was like, damn, we didn't lose a thing here. He's actually really, really good. So, yeah, we'll see. There's a few more names on here, but those are the top ones for sure. So, yeah, tough decisions to be made for sure. But I'm sure John Schneider will handle it well.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Last thing, for us to win the Super Bowl in the 49ers stadium, how about that?
Oh, man. Can you imagine? I remember talking to some 49ers fans while I was down there and saying, man, if that was the other way around and we were hosting the Super Bowl and 49ers were playing on our field, it would be the worst thing ever. So the fact that they were actually taking it pretty well, the people I talked to, was pretty amazing. So, yeah, man. Well, let's run this thing back next year, all right? This would be a lot of fun. I think they could do it.
All right.
All right, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Jay from Prasa. All right, let's go to the next one here. Let's go to Matthew from Las Vegas. Matthew, you're up.
Hey, what's up, Norb? How's it going?
It's going great, man. Had a great time at the ceremony today, and then catching glimpses of the parade. And a lot of people who are down there having a blast. Doesn't get any better than this.
I'm on cloud nine. I still couldn't. But I'm for me, I'm so glad to have watched the game from there in the divisional against the Niners. That beatdown, that was amazing. And it was amazing that I was there for the real Super Bowl, the NFC Championship.
Yep, that was the real Super Bowl.
So it made a difference for me. Like, I mean, I went there to Santa Clara, but since of course, tickets are horrendously expensive and everything, I just stayed in like a bar nearby, kind of like that. But I was all in because you don't know when you'll be able to see the Seahawks again back in the Super Bowl. And I was there in Arizona, for Super Bowl 49. So, deep down, you really held on and kept went through those years with the pain and everything. So this is really it's like a healing Super Bowl for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it was 11 years in the making. So, yeah, it just came full circle on the 50th anniversary too, right? I mean, how perfect could that have been?
50th anniversary, it's amazing. And I already know. I just didn't want to talk or something, but I already know that this is what's going to happen. I already know that there's no way the Patriots will be able to withstand that kind of pressure, and that's how I felt, and it really went on as well as mine. Now, moving forward, I really do think that they have a pretty good chance of being able to go back and repeat, because we still got everybody intact. One that I would probably keep, of course, I would love to keep Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Mafe, we need that. He's pressure up front. You know what I mean?
You want to keep that D-line intact. The dark side, man. Those are so badass.
We need that D-line intact. Yeah. So I would keep him no matter what. Walker. I mean, Kobe Bryant, to be honest, our secondary is pretty deep. So you can choose between Rick Wallen or Kobe Bryant or something like that. You know what I mean? It would be awesome to keep them because they already know the system. But if not, I mean, at least we can, and I know that John Schneider know what he would do. I'm not too worried, and Shaheed would be a powerful weapon. But I don't know.
It's tough, man, right? Because there's only so much money to go around, and yet you want all these guys back, but you can't have it all. It's just not designed that way.
The thing of it is, from what I'm hearing, is Kubiak might take him here down to Vegas. So
well,
I don't know.
We'll
he
see.
came from the Saints too.
Right.
So I'm not sure about the situation there, and hopefully we get a pretty good. I think are we getting that offensive coordinator from the Giants or something like that?
My rumor is that they're actually interviewing guys from within the organization, like guys who are already in the offensive room. So they might promote from within, which is pretty cool.
As long as McDonald is the one calling the shots, and I really like that he's really hands-on, as a head coach, but he's calling the defensive plays.
Right.
Man, you know,
Yeah.
it just talks. It just speaks volumes of what kind of man he is and everything. And
For sure.
we're so blessed to have him.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to really next season. I think, next Super Bowl is in SoFi. How sweet would that be?
I just think about that too. If we go back to back to win Super Bowls back to back in our division opponent stadiums would be sick. That's a lot to ask for, but hey,
that's a killer deal.
It could happen. All right, well, Matthew, thanks so much.
I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
For sure, and I'm looking forward to the Hawks coming here in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium.
I will be there with a bunch of friends. So, yeah, we're going to go see that game and, see it down there. I've been in that stadium before for Super Bowl 58, but to see what the Seahawks would be even better.
No, I'm just around here. I work at Caesars, so.
Okay.
But anyway.
All right.
Yeah, more power to you. And, more Rivals video. I mean, the Star Wars stuff is amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I got to do more of that stuff for sure. I mean, especially in a year like this. All right, go Hawks. Thanks for the call, man. All right, I got to take this next call. This is a good friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a while, but we've had some experiences. Rome De La Salas from Tennessee. Rome, what's up, bro?
Hey, I say hi to Grace.
Hey, Grace, I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
So this guy Rome, we went to the Tennessee game together, 2017. It was a while ago, but we had a great time. I was hobbling around on crutches. Went to Graceland with my dad, which is he's the biggest Elvis fan. But that was just a fun trip. It sucked that we lost the game, but got to hang out with Rome and Grace's family and son.
You got to use that paddle we gave you. So you could use it as a crutch.
Yeah, hold on a second. I gotta grab it real quick.
Yeah, it's right behind you. I can see it.
Okay, hold on. I gotta plug back in. So Rome has given me. I don't have the other one. It's in the other room, but Rome has given me some of the coolest stuff that I have, and I still show. This is always hanging on the wall back here. But Rome surprised me with a very cool gift. This paddle, which is just it was an honor on behalf of the Tennessee Seahawkers, and anyway, it's kind of a Hall of Fame paddle with this really cool writing on here, and it says, "In commemoration of your induction into the Pro Football's Ultimate Fan Association, PFUFA Hall of Fame. Thank you for bringing Seahawks closer." All over the country. We all we need. Seahawks versus Tennessee Titans. September 24, 2017, bro. This is one of the coolest things I've ever been given, man. And what's the symbolism of the paddle? Remind me again and the viewers what this represents.
Oh, the paddle, I mean, it's a commemoration of, you always, as a sailor, because I served for 23 years for the United States Navy, and as a sailor, when you respect somebody, you try to give a token of that appreciation. And for us as sailors, I mean, it's the paddle. It's not to hit anybody, but it's to say, hey, look, I mean, this is how we transport ourselves. Are you familiar with what SEALs are? Sea, Air, and Land Special Forces?
Oh, yeah. The SEALs, they're like the baddest asses of the badass.
Yeah, right. And that's another thing. And so we decorate those paddles in that sense, too, for Special Forces. But for you, it's like you brought a community together from around the country. So that's why I thought it was appropriate that Tennessee and all those people, not only in Nashville and Memphis, or for that matter, Mid-South and the Midwest, because there was the Tornado Seahawkers, there's the Midwest Seahawkers, all of them converged, and I thought it was pretty cool that we got to give that to you. God, 2017.
Yeah,
That is 9 years ago.
Yeah. Well, you were really sneaky about it too, because you were asking me questions about, so what's this PFUFA thing? And I'm just telling you, it's this and this and this. And the whole time you're like in your mind writing this stuff down to put into this paddle, and then you shocked the heck out of me at the rally the night before the game, and I'll never forget that. Man, that was so cool. So I appreciate you.
Well, yeah, it was. Actually, you remember, you not only saw the Tennessee portion, we traveled quite a bit. We went to two St. Louis games when the Rams were in St. Louis.
Yes, that was just when talking about this. But yes, we went to St. I think every time you and I traveled, we never won.
We never won.
So I don't know if that says anything, but unfortunately, that was what happened.
I saw her. Okay, because I thought about that when you went to San Francisco, right? So you were at San Francisco, and I was watching. You know what I was doing throughout this year? I was watching the Seahawks. Now, I was watching them on TV and watching them. Meanwhile, on YouTube, I got it so that I timed it.
Like synced
so
up?
I'd be listening to you. Yeah,
That's
simulcast,
awesome.
if you will, listening to you while I was watching the TV.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I did that, believe it or not, I did that for the Super Bowl, too. I was watching the TV, but I was listening to you.
Oh,
you were my Steve Rabel.
I love it. That's great. Well, so that's the whole thing, right? Try to get that experience of in the stands.
I was afraid that you were going to be bad luck when you went to San Francisco, because that was such an important game.
Yeah.
It was the last game of the year, but you brought him luck, especially on that interception at the end of the game. I was like, oh, well, I guess Norm brought him luck this time.
Yeah, well, my road record was pretty good because we won on that the Week 18 game, so I already had some pretty good luck in that stadium. So I was thinking, okay,
yeah, that's right, yeah.
So
but
I shaking up that old.
I think the luck was that I wasn't joining you.
We figured out the weak link in the chain, apparently. But
I think so. I think
that's
so.
awesome.
But the one thing about everything that's happened in the last couple weeks is that the right has been very different in watching it. In the fact that the one thing about watching the Legion of Boom and all the things that happened in the mid 2010s and such in that run was not understanding the way football works with regards to how the business side of it is and how excited you get, but then obviously what happened in the Super Bowl 49 and how you're going to lose the pieces and all of this stuff. But now this is different in the sense that you got a guy like Michael McDonald who's got the team under control, because Pete was the player's coach, but McDonald's all about the philosophy of how the team is going to do. It's about the team, and I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's the discipline of the team, although sometimes our team didn't seem like they were disciplined, but
Well, one guy in particular in one particular game. But, yeah, for the most part, he does keep it up. It's like he rewards them, but he kind of holds a stick, keeps guys accountable, too. So that's a good balance. It's a good balance.
And as much as we love Pete, this guy is really disciplined. And I love that. Being a sailor, being a military guy, I love discipline.
For sure. Yeah, I know you could appreciate that.
But I think the difference between this Seahawks team, it kind of reminds me of the way Indiana. I know I'm floating to college football. It reminds me of the way Indiana is. There's a certain mentality and discipline.
Right.
Everybody does their job, and we're going to win this together.
Yeah.
And so that's what I appreciate about today versus 2000 and the mid 2010s.
No, I do. I think that's different too. The culture is definitely different, and it just feels like everybody is playing for each other. It's less about about me. It's like everyone's got each other's back, and I love that.
Yeah.
So I think they're primed for a repeat next year because they got the foundation right.
That's what I love about Sam Darnold, the way he played in the last 3 days. It was last 3 games was that he didn't have to do everything. He let the team do what they needed to do, and I love that. It was like, because I remember watching Darnold in 18 at USC, or 17, or whatever it was, And when he was the only loss that we had in that one magical UW season, and it was because of him we lost.
Yeah.
And but now you see him and you see his growth and you see his maturity. And he's been through a lot. And you know what? He reminds me of us. We've been through a lot, and there's a lot of pain, but winning, not only winning, but the journey is what matters the most.
Right. Yeah. And this was a great journey for this team.
And,
I mean, they really earned it, going through the hardest test to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's why they won this game, because they were battle tested. I don't think the Patriots were. And they were really playing very well in the playoffs. They kind of skirted by. They squeaked by the Broncos because A, their quarterback was injured, and B, because the Broncos were too stupid to kick a field goal when they had a chance to. And they got lucky. The Patriots got lucky to be in the Super Bowl, in my opinion. So.
And I appreciated that with Mike McDonald. He was. I mean, 5 field goals in the Super Bowl. I mean, nobody does that. But he did
you
it
take the points.
He believed in the team.
You take the points. You take what the defense gives. So many teams right now are like, oh, go for it. I don't know how many teams have blown their opportunities to advance because they kept going for it. The Lions, they should have had at least one Super Bowl appearance by now, maybe more, if they just learned to take the points.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, I'm with you, man.
I just wanted to call in. Go ahead. What? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. I see things the same way. But yeah, man, I appreciate you calling. It's good to catch up, even if it was this way with everybody listening.
I wanted to call for 2 reasons. Let me finish with this. I really appreciated when you showed the talisman when it said redemption, because that really hit my heart, man. I really, because I was thinking about when I was driving back. You guys all went back to the Pacific Northwest, and I live in Tennessee, and I had to drive east back to Tennessee, and to see all those Patriots fans flip me off and listen to talk radio telling how stupid the Seahawks were for not giving the ball to Marshawn. That was a low part in my life, and to see you at Levi enjoy that moment, and for you to pull out that talisman that says redemption, that meant a lot.
I've been wearing it every game since, bro. I was waiting for that thing to kick in. It only took 11 years for it to finally work, but it did work. And you're
absolutely right. That was dipped in holy water.
Yeah. And I mentioned it again during the live stream at the parade, or the trophy celebration. I mentioned it again. So I saw your repost of it, and I appreciate it, man. I haven't forgotten. So appreciate you, man.
Okay.
Good catching up.
Okay. Hey, take care. Hey, say hi to your dad. Okay.
Yeah, I will. Hopefully, we'll see them in a few days. They're in the Philippines, and I might make a quick jump over and surprise them. So anyway, all right, Rome. Take care, man. Love to the family.
We'll talk later. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Oh man, Rome, man, I haven't talked to him. We've messaged a few times, but we have not actually talked. So that's great. Man, the phone lines are still all lit up. I'm going to keep on going though. Let's go to Downs in the 503.
Muted.
Is this Downs?
I'm back.
Is this Downs?
Uh-oh. You're gonna have to. You gotta mute. So I'm gonna go. Actually, you gotta mute your speakers. There's like an echo on there. So let me go to Dieter McBusiness, because he's the Patriots guy I talked to last week, and we had quite a breakdown about how this game was going to go, and surprisingly very accurate. I want to talk to him about this right now. Like I said, we would talk about this game, win or lose, and fortunately for us, we won. So, this one, go to Dieter McBusiness.
Hey man, how are you?
Well, how do you think I am, man? Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're ecstatic.
Yeah. All right.
I think you finally got back. Finally got over the hump. Finally got redemption, man.
All right. At the expense of your team, your Patriots, but give me your initial reaction. You were pretty damn accurate on your prediction of how the game would go. Is that how you felt?
Yeah, I think I've gotten pretty good at this after having gone so many times over the course of my life with just the end of the season data build-up. And like I was on a show, I'm on the record as predicting overtime a few years ago when it was the Chiefs and the Niners. I had a feeling the Eagles would win comfortably last year. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a blowout. But the Super Bowl, I get right 3 out of 4 times. So I will say that even though I took the Patriots, you know I did that only because I'm a fan. I gave you, according to the objective analysis, the Seahawks were the better team. It was their game to lose, and they didn't lose it. And we also talked specifically about first half field goals, and which so you guys went up 9-0, obviously, which is very reminiscent of another Super Bowl 34 between the Titans and the Rams. Very defensive game. The Rams were up 9-0 at halftime as well, and then of course they went on to win that game. But that game got a lot closer. Now, second half, I mean, in terms of how the actual game played out, like, our offense was anemic. I think we had 5 straight punts, and it was like 4 out of 5 were 3-and-outs in like the first half or something. I mean, it was a joke on offense, and the major reason why was what I told you about.
Yeah, that left side of that line, you weren't kidding. That left side was terrible.
Yeah, they just couldn't do anything. Apparently, Campbell had something wrong with his knee. Might have had a torn ACL or MCL or something, which would explain a lot. But he's had a tough year all year, to be honest. He's been a very disappointing first-round pick for us. So we're thinking that maybe we move him to guard and then we draft another left tackle.
Right.
Yeah, or trade him and get value out of him. But the point is that that was, people are blaming Josh McDaniels, which I also mentioned would be a big factor if we were to win. I don't know how much you can blame the play caller when you can't even get out of the blocks on offense for protection. I mean, we were just not getting first downs. And Drake May, apparently, he did look like his shoulder was a little messed up. He looked a little bit like on that interception. That was ultimately the nail in the coffin. What was that interception around 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, the one that he threw straight to Julian Love that got picked off middle of the field.
Yeah, but there was a receiver. I don't know who it was, but there was a receiver deep, and it could have been for an easy touchdown. Like, that game could have gone our way. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't looking good. But when we got that touchdown, if we go for 2 and we get it, all right, like, this is, just basic arithmetic. If we get it, and that's a big F because your defense is playing amazing, but even if we don't get it, whatever, it's still, you take a possession off, all right, it's 8-19. We get that touchdown instead of that interception, and then another 2-point conversion. It's 13. It's 16-19, and we're talking about this as like one of the better Super Bowls.
Yeah. Yeah, no, up until that point, until that interception happened, I was starting to get a bit nervous at that point. Until then, when it was picked, I was then slightly more relaxed. Then, of course, it was
over. I mean, it was over. That was the crucial point in the game where the game could still be salvaged. But no, it was a shitty game. It was an ugly game, and you guys won it.
Yeah, were you surprised at how well we were able to run the football against you guys? Because, these were the 2 best defenses, arguably, in the AFC and the NFC. But the run game, obviously, when they gave the MVP to K9. Were you surprised?
No, I don't think. I'm not surprised that I think your running yards were a function of just how committed you were to the run. I mean, that first half was evidence of that. Like, the Seahawks knew that the only way they would lose this game is if they gave it away. And they knew also that we were going to take away Njigba as best we could. I think we did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
And Darnold, didn't have a big day. And, just to be real about that guy, like, he's good, but, dude, he's not, like, generational talent. He's not, like, someone that if you go up against, I don't know, like the Bills, for example, who had an offense that could maybe hang with your D in that game instead of the Patriots, and there's pressure on Darnold to make plays. Like, there was never pressure on Darnold to make plays in that game, really.
Oh yeah, no, he was off. He was off in that game.
That's
Yeah, he
good
missed
coaching.
a lot of. This could have been a much bigger blowout if he hits a couple of wide open guys. That JSN on a breakaway, he hits that for a 90-yard touchdown pass. He could have hit Shaheed. He had several third down plays that he was just off by. So yeah, he had an off game. Statistically speaking, but we've seen what he can do. Like when he went toe to toe with Stafford in the championship, he played the best game of his life, and that's the reason why we won. So he has the capability to put him on his back, and he can play elite. He just wasn't elite on Sunday, but he didn't have to be because the defense was so good and the running game was so
He
good.
didn't have to be because of who you were playing, and you guys knew our style. Like our formula was pretty obvious, and like the things that changed for the Patriots over the course of the season is Drake May's deep ball became less and less of a factor.
Yeah, maybe
and our D, we constantly had to rely more on the defense to kind of pick up the slack and make the big play.
Right.
And you need diversity in your offense when you get to the Super Bowl. And obviously you need a healthy offensive line. With that said, I think they could have run more to the right. I think they could have done with some more screen passes. There were opportunities for creativity. I've seen Reddit posts where there were pictures of wide open receivers for May to have hit. And I don't know, you tell me, actually, this is a good question. So for some quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, the sideline deep ball is an easier throw than the 15-yard crossing route.
Yeah, if you could put on the money, because there's nothing. You just got to get it over the defender if the receiver has position, and you just got to lay it over the top.
Right.
Versus the crosser, you've got usually a defender trailing, and if he's bracketed, you got a potentially defender on the back you have to worry about.
It could be an interception.
There's a lot more wild card things in there. So
it's a riskier throw. Yeah, because that's what Stafford was feasting on when they played you guys, and I thought, this is just where Drake May needs to get better. Drake May needs to get better at the more 10 to 20-yard plays. He's good, and he needs to take the check down. There's an expression in golf: take what the course gives you, meaning don't try too hard. And it's the same in football. Take what the defense gives you. These defenses are too good. The postseason, you have to respect your opponent. As soon as you don't respect your opponent's ability to defeat you in the NFL, even in regular season mismatch games, you get that much closer to losing.
Right.
And
the other thing too,
taking up risks early.
Yeah, but the other thing too is that because the Seahawks could get pressure with 4 guys and they could drop 7. They did get to him with blitzes, but a lot of times they got to him with 4, and I think he just didn't have a place to go to on a lot of those plays. Yeah, there were some that he missed, but there were some times where there just wasn't guys open. So anyway, I got to get to some other callers, man. We'll have another show where we could get even more into a breakdown on this, Dieter. But anyway, there was still a point where the game could have gone either way. Unfortunately for us, it went our way as we got into the third and the fourth quarter. But your predictions were pretty accurate. So, we'll have to do this again. Since we do play you guys again next year. And who knows? Maybe that's the opening game of the year.
I might come to the game, dude. We got to go to. Yeah, if I come up for the game, we got to go to the game together.
We will definitely have to meet up. So let's see what the schedulers do. But thanks for the call, man. We will definitely talk again since we're playing again. Not so far from.
All right, thanks for having me, Norv, and let's do it on camera next time. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, Dieter McBusiness. We've collaborated before. He's the Patriots fan. Knows his stuff. So. Anyway, so we're going to keep this going. Let's go to Cody from Idaho. Cody.
Hey, Norb. How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Feeling really good. How about you? How you feeling after this win?
I am feeling amazing. I was watching the game at my grandma's house. I just had a small Super Bowl party, but I had one of those little firework confetti things, and I did it off in the house because I was just so excited, and I had goosebumps watching them hoist the Lombardi because I've been waiting to see this ever since I was 10. So it was an incredible thing to see.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
I just want to take a sec to recognize. So the 49ers game, the first playoff game, right? It was about halftime, and I came around to look for you, and I had finally found you, and you ended up putting me on your live.
Oh yeah, okay. No, that was you. Okay.
Yeah, that was me. So it was funny because you handed me your card because I'm sure you didn't know if I knew who you were or not. But I've been watching you for a super long time, and ever since I can remember, and I just loved your whole look. So I knew I had to buy the hair and just find a face paint and stuff. But
yeah.
I really like to do the Seahawks Pennywise face paint. I think it's super cool.
That's awesome.
Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you about that. But I think it's super cool.
Awesome. All right, cool, man. That's great. Well, we got to run this thing back next year, and who do you think? Who's the most important guy that we got to bring back? If of all the free agents, we got Kobe Bryant, Josh Jobe, Tariq Woolen, Rashid Shaheed, Boye Mafe, Ken Walker. Those are the three. Six most important guys? Who are those guys? Do you got to keep?
I think we should bring back Kobe Bryant and definitely bring back Kenneth Walker and Josh Jobe as well as Boye Mafe. Those names that they make super impactful plays, but they're not like superstars, so to say, on our defense, so they probably won't cost as much money. I think we should let Tariq walk, sadly. I really like Tariq, but I think he'll cost too much, and I think we'll have to pay JSN and Witherspoon next year, so I think that's a lot more important than a lot of the players who are up this year, because I feel like they're more like cemented superstars on our team.
Yeah, having to let go of Rashid Shaheed, though, that'd be tough because he was such an impact guy. I mean, we won games solely because of him.
I really hope we can resign Shaheed because I really like his speed and his punt and kick return ability. It definitely changes the game for us.
Yeah, for sure.
It happened multiple times in the Rams game in the regular season and in the 49ers game, that first play. That play was insane. I remember when I was there, Lumen was so loud on that first play, and it was just such a cool experience that he had brought. So, I think I hope we get to keep him. I'm sure John Schneider will make the right choices, though. He's the best GM in football. If you look at his drafts, the past 4 years.
No, I trust you. He's going to make the best decisions here tough ones to make. But hey, Cody, thanks a lot for the call. It's good to see you at the champ game as well, man.
I just want to say one more thing. I don't know if you know this, but Jason Myers quietly had the most scored points in an NFL season. It was like 206.
Yeah, no, I heard that. So not only did he set a record in the Super Bowl, but he also set a record in the regular season. How crazy is that? Yeah. It doesn't get enough love.
Anyway, take care.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Take care, Norb. Anyway, go Hawks. We'll run back next year.
All right, sounds good. Go Hawks, man. All right, let's go back to the caller lines. And Deb Steele, I know you're out there. You sent me a message. Sorry if I couldn't get on with you. Jump back in and give me a code that you're at, and I'll try to get you on. Skin Tone Chicken Bone with a super chat. Thank you. He says, have a beautiful night, Norb. Champions. I love it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's go to, let's see, Spencer in L.A. Spencer, you're up.
Norb.
Yo. What's up? How you doing?
Wow. I'm feeling great, man. This is hard to believe we actually did this again 12 years later. Isn't that ironic?
It is, man. It is 12, right? The 12 number seems to come up everywhere when you think about it. But yeah, so many cool coincidences in terms of how this happened this season. It's amazing. It's awesome. Like a dream come true from a Seahawks perspective. What was your favorite? What was your favorite play? What was your favorite moment of the game?
my favorite moment of the game was actually after the game happened, actually seeing Mike McDonald, after, the Gatorade bath happened, and then he was walking, towards midfield, and he was looking around
just like
wow,
staring up at the sky. I think it was like the fireworks or something.
Yeah.
I know. It never gets old. I mean, these moments are so fleeting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, twice in 50 years. So you got to appreciate the hell out of it because you just never know when the next one's going to come. So
yeah, for sure. I'm hoping it does come next year. The Super Bowl is going to be down here in Los Angeles where I'm at next year too. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that we could go back to back and hopefully have a Super Bowl out my way.
that would be awesome to have back-to-back Super Bowls and at the rival stadiums. That would just be
back-to-back years. That would be incredible.
That would be like, even if you wrote that script, if it was a script and say, hey, I have an idea. One year they beat one rival team on their field, and next year they'd go back and do it again on the other rivals. And people would be like, just be realistic here. Don't write that. That's never going to happen. But it could happen with this team. So
it could happen.
Yeah,
but
I hope so, man.
My friends who are 49er fans are not happy right now. They are just having it.
This is like hell for these guys.
I want to burn that Seahawks trophy down. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, but we're the best team right now. We won in your stadium for a reason.
Yeah, I know. They're actually pretty nice, though. Pretty civil down there, all things considered. But, hey, appreciate the call, man. Thanks for doing it. We'll do this again and run this thing back.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me. Go
Hawks.
You
bet. Go Hawks. All right, let's go to Tank from Vancouver, Washington. Tank from the 360.
What's up, Norb?
What's going on,
it's been
brother?
years since we talked.
What's that?
Oh, I'm doing great. 2-time world champions. That's where we are now. I'm loving it.
Yeah, love it, man. Love it. Yeah, how do you feel about this team's capabilities to run it back next year? Do you think we got strong potential for it?
Oh man, I want to say yes, but it all depends on who stays, who goes, who we might maybe trade for in the draft coming up. I'm looking forward to the off season, but I like the direction that we're going so far.
And we're going to have a new offensive coordinator. No Clint Kubiak this time, so it's going to have to come from another source, right?
I think they'll hire within. That's what I'm personally think they'll do. Hire within. If somebody knows the offense, that knows Sam, and if it keeps it the same, it'll work for him. But
who's
I got
the
a question for you, Norb.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, you go.
No, I was just going to ask which unrestricted free agents do you feel like are the highest priority? I've been kind of asking everybody all night between Kobe Bryant, Josh Jobe, Tariq Woolen, Rashid Shaheed, Boye Mafe, and Ken Walker. Of those 6 guys, like if you could only have 3, who are your top 3 in that group?
3. I would say franchise tag Walker if possible, and then I would probably keep Kobe, because I like him as a safety, because he didn't work with him as a corner. But when Mike put him in the safety position, I believe it was against the Cardinals a couple years ago, he did great. He's doing good right there. And I probably, I want to say keep Shaheed, but
that means you'd have to lose Mafe, Jobe, and Woolen. That you'd lose 2 corners if we had to keep 3. I think we'll keep more than 3, but it's tough, man.
I think we'll keep Josh. I think Woolen personally, I hate to say it, but I feel like he's going to go to the Rams.
Damn,
I just feel like that because the Rams are desperate.
I actually like Josh. If I had to choose between, I would take Jobe over the Woolen. Honestly.
Yeah, because I don't know, the NFC Championship game where he trash talked and got burned 3 times. Oh, that's when I just had it with him.
Yeah, he got burned on this. He got burned on this Super Bowl too. He was late to his position, and he was late to get to the ball. I mean, not a lack. I don't think it's a lack of effort, but just whatever. It just seems like that happens every few games.
So probably Jobe. Yeah, Jobe. Franchise tag Walker and keep Kobe. That's what I would do.
Okay. All right. You had a question. You had a question for me. Yeah. What you got?
Yeah. My question is, between the 2 Super Bowl runs, which one do you feel like is the sweetest and the better storytelling? I feel like it's this one.
Well, I have to say the first one, because you only have the first one time, and there's something special when you break through. That was magical in and of itself. I think, though, as far as being set up for the future, this team feels more like it has the ability to, keep this going. I feel like longevity-wise, this team is has the ability to do it, and that comes from the culture and the head coach and all that. So, 2013, that team was pretty amazing, but there were some black spots underneath the surface. The whole Percy Harvin thing, getting the fight with Golden Tate, and there was some.
Oh man, I forgot about
and we
that.
struggled, in that second year to be 6-4 and almost got knocked out of the playoffs, and then they had a kind of a magical run to keep it together. But yeah, there were some ugly parts in the year that followed. But I do think that the way that McDonald runs the ship, I think he's got a better formula for long-term success. That's I think what feels like with this team, being that this team is mostly younger guys and some veterans. It seemed like they all sort of respect the system. And because remember last, with Pete Carroll, he's a player's coach, and they used to talk about how the older guys after the first couple of years, they would start getting kind of tired of his antics. Like, oh, okay, I've heard this rah-rah speech before. And some guys like Sherman and that, it's kind of tuned out. So I feel like that's where it might work for the first year, but then it doesn't hold long term. Whereas I think this style does, because it's it's really more disciplined across the board. So anyway, that's what I think. So, but yeah, thanks for calling in, man.
No,
we'll do this again and continue to talk Seahawks and break this thing down as we go through the offseason and react to the news. Because the NFL never sleeps, man. It's just the best sport in the world.
Amen to that.
All right, man.
Can't wait for the draft.
Yes, there's the draft. Free agency, the draft, and then, all that stuff. So, anyway. All right, man. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you. All right, let's go to the next one. Try to keep this train moving. How are we doing here? We still got lots and lots of calls. Let's get down. Let's get a little shorter on the list. Let's go to the 310. Who's this, and where are you calling from? Somewhere in California.
Yeah, this is Eric from LA. How you doing?
This is Eric. All right, Eric, what's up?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
So my take is, so the word I would use is lightness. So I called it 30-13, like 2 weeks before, or whatever, a week before. It was a terrible matchup for them. People are talking, your Patriots friend was talking about, there was wide open guys. I didn't see guys separating. I didn't think it mattered at all who we played. We all know the Super Bowl was, going to be played with divisional games in the playoffs, essentially. This road was so hard. I think there was something like 44 wins in the combined teams for us to win the Super Bowl. It's just utter magic, and now I get to let go of this demon that's been haunting me for 11 years.
Yes.
Which is that horrible you-know-what. Yeah. And to let that go, it's hard to express outside of Seahawks fandom. And this is what I've been posting on my social media is, letting that go is my favorite part of the Super Bowl. Letting that moment go.
Right.
Having that in my head for that long.
Yeah. I agree. It's 11 years we've been haunted by this. I should have run the ball. Should have given it to Lynch, and to finally get that monkey off our back. And and for that's why I'm happy for Sam Darnold too. Is just getting the monkey off his back, because they can no longer say, "Oh, he's seeing ghosts," or "Oh, he can't win the big one." If it didn't prove it already in the NFC Championship game, well, yeah, there's no way you're going to ever convince anybody. So, he did what he had to do, and he didn't throw any turnovers. He didn't fumble the football. He did everything he needed to do and trusted the team to do the rest. And that's what's great about it. Very good complementary football with this team.
Yeah, and this team, this is so repeatable because the only problem we're going to have is just the division we're in. If we were in any other division, I would say we're going to repeat. We're going to go back and back and back. But you really have a situation the next decade where the Super Bowl is completely represented in one division for like 10 years straight. So because of the coaching and because of the players, and you were talking, I'm not going to break down free agency, but I don't think it matters as much who you keep, and that might be a little controversial, but you're seeing guys come up as backups that are playing better than starters. You're seeing starters get benched like Reek when they don't perform as good as the backups. I'm seeing guys like Riley Mills have the best sack I've seen in Super Bowl in a long time.
Yeah,
I'm not sure of the names. Like, I love the names. It doesn't really matter if you have a system that turns out, low-round draft picks that play like all-stars. That's what we have. That's very scary.
Yeah, you take a couple names that jump out. Ty Okada filling in for Kobe Bryant. Drake
I take him over Kobe.
Drake Thomas filling in, who basically took Tyrese Knight's spot. He was just an awesome find. And where did he come from? Nobody knew his name before this season. And then somebody else. And I'm blanking on who the other one was. I had somebody in mind, but anyway, exactly. The system works.
Like Job, Job, and then you have everyone's worried about losing Shaheed, but then Tony Horton, we get like a lottery pick back who kind of runs the ball back, and Shaheed wasn't even really a big part of the passing game. I love Shaheed. I mean, I say keep him, but he's going to the Raiders. But I'm not so worried. I think Canaan's the one guy you got to keep. Everyone else, the system turns out incredible guys. So John's going to keep that rotating, and as long as and to think that we just got Sam,
I'd like to keep Mafe though.
I'd
like to keep Mafe though. I think he's, I love that D line that we got.
But what if Riley Mills comes on? What if we get another guy?
But he's more of an inside. He's kind of more of an inside guy, I think, isn't he? And then Mafe is more in an outside linebacker position. It seems like speed rush on the outside.
Yeah.
But I like both of them. I think they could keep both those guys and keep Walker. I don't think they'd have to. I think they could afford to keep those three and then upgrade the right guard. And we'll be good. So we haven't talked about right guard.
I think it's an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to thank you for taking calls, and I'll get off here. But I love what we have, and we're going to be back here a bunch of times.
Love it, man. All right, man. Thanks for the call, Eric, and we'll talk again soon, man. All right, go Hawks. Let's go to, I think there's a guy named Matthew was asking to be on here. Let's go to Matthew in the 360. Let's see if this is the right Matthew. Matthew from the 360. How you doing?
Steve!
Hawks!
Steve!
Hawks!
Steve!
Hawks! You gotta love the delay. It's like takes.
Are your Super Bowl champions? Let's go.
Yeah, baby. Can you believe that? We just had a freaking close to 1 million people downtown Seattle today, and couldn't have been any more beautiful weather today.
I know.
So good.
I know. I was there. It was.
Oh, you were there. You came to you came to it. All right. Right on.
Yeah. I know you got a lot of calls to go through right now, so I got a couple things I want to throw out. First of all, Crisosimo, how are you feeling right now? We won a Super Bowl in your stadium.
This is bullcrap, man. This is seriously insulting. To have what happens a travesty. Have the Seahawks win on our freaking field. The damn Super Bowl. This ain't over. Next year, we're going to get our revenge.
Yeah, Crisosimo not too happy. We'll make a video. There's going to be a video coming out about
one
that.
One of my friends likes listening to Crisosimo. He thinks he's funny, and he was like, I wonder how he's feeling. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to ask Norm next time I call in, so thank you for that.
Yeah, everybody loves Crisosimo. Everybody loves to laugh at Crisosimo. He needs to have more time.
So I've been saying, I need my own freaking show. God dang it.
Anyway, so, there you go. What else you got, man?
I also think someone else we should thank. I think we should thank the Pope, because for some weird reason, every single time there's a new Pope, the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. 2005, we made it. We made it to the Super Bowl. It was Pope Benedict. 2013, Pope Francis, and then we made it. And then 2025, Pope Leo, and now we're back. So,
that is crazy, right? I mean, how can you even think there's a connection there, and yet call it coincidence, call it fate, call it destiny, call it divine intervention, but whatever it is, that's a fact that those two things happen aligned every single time, which is nuts, man. So we just need to have a new pope every year. That would be every year. Seahawks will be winning back to back to back to back. We just got to have new popes every time. But yeah, it's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, but this Super Bowl win definitely makes Super Bowl 49 loss feel a little bit better, because whenever anyone's going to go, hey, remember when you threw the ball on the 1 yard line? We could be like, yeah, remember when we destroyed the Patriots in the 49er stadium? We can always throw that out, and no one can ever take that away from us.
Yes.
And honestly, I think there's a chance the Seahawks could be better next year. Like I think you move on from Woolen. I think we got to get rid of Bradford. I don't think he's very good. Like obviously Charbonnet tore his ACL. Torrey Horton's around, and my only concern is can we find someone to replace Clint Kubiak? But even if our new offensive coordinator isn't as good, what did you say at the Super Bowl? Defense wins championships.
Yeah.
And if you look at our offense in that Super Bowl, it really wasn't all that good.
No,
Four field goals in the first 3 quarters. We couldn't get in the end zone, but our defense shut down Drake May and the Patriots.
Exactly. And that's why it's true. I'd rather have a dominating defense with the so-so offense than the other way around. Because how many teams have we seen with a great offense and a crappy defense? The Bills staying at home. Dallas Cowboys never make the playoffs. You got to have a defense. Because you can score. You can score with that defense.
You basically expect your offense to score like 30 points a game.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can do that, but you're basically leaving no room for error on your offense. And,
exactly.
And hey, we have that defense. And Mike McDonald is a defensive-minded head coach. And anyone in the chat, give me one good reason why we should not trust McDonald. I'm waiting. You're not going to give me one. He just won the Super Bowl in his second year.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Well, his track record speaks for himself. But yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Matthew. Thanks for the call, man. All right. Go Hawks, and let's run this sucker.
Go Hawks.
Let's run it back. Woo! All right, let's see. Somebody from the 253 wants me to pick it up. Oops. I cannot grab this call at the moment. Let's go to 253. I think we'll find out. This is Jude from the 253.
Hey, Norb, I just need someone to talk ball with a couple minutes, man.
Okay, is this Jude?
Yeah, this is Sky. Previous call number, I think.
Okay, Sky, and where are you from? You're not too far from here, down south.
Yeah, Bonnie Lake, Washington.
Bonnie Lake. All right, Sky.
An hour south.
Okay, all right. What do you want to talk about?
No, man. Yeah, I'm not surprised about the result because like I was more. How would you call it? I was more excited about the Rams' victories, and I think this was just inevitable when it came to the Super Bowl. But yeah, this was the team of destiny, dude. The Seahawks finally were vindicated. Like we're defeating the Niners in the rubber match, the Rams in the rubber match, like rematching the Patriots and winning in the stadium for the Niners in Lumen South. Did you see the GIF of the slow-mo vid of the Patriots bench, like when they were disappointed?
Oh, they're going just after I think the sack fumble. I think when they had this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yep. Yeah, that was satisfying.
Like, that's a perfect replacement for the Sherm one that we've been kind of haunted with for the past 11 years. You know?
Yeah, right. And balls breaking into tears. Yeah, I know it too well.
Yeah, and alongside all the players that we picked up, Darnold, Coop, Big Cat, V-Law, Jaron Reed getting awarded for his patience. The redemption and the fulfillment for getting back Shaquem Griffin and Quandre. I wish Tyler Lockett were still there, but
I know, and it would have been cool if he could have. Because these guys have come back, like you just mentioned. They never played, but now Shaquille Griffin's got a ring. Quandre Diggs has a ring, and they just. They were never out there. It would have been nice for Lockett to have gotten one because of all those years of dedicated service to the team. It would have been cool if he could have just, even as somehow gotten a token, even if it's just been a practice receiver guy. It would have been cool for him to get one, just honorarily speaking.
Oh yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that exactly because it's kind of unfortunate that he left. He arrived right as we left. He
arrived right after the Super Bowl era, and he leaves right before our return to the Super Bowl. It's like his window is right between two goalposts and missed that two things.
Yeah, but if anything, it was for Lockett and Chris Carson and Rashad Penny. Those people need to be included. But that was an amazing season. But yeah, I've been in medical school, so. I've been pretty stuck on the weekends not being able to rep the blue and green, but have that in-person kind of vibe with the fans. But just seeing your channel, man, it made me feel like I was in it. So appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, man, for calling and sharing your thoughts, man. It's a great time to be a Seahawks fan, I keep saying. So, yeah, we'll see what happens in the offseason, and then the draft, and then before we know it, we'll be football season again, and opening day game will be with the Seahawks at home, which will be really cool.
Yep, we'll see. I think like 2 cents here. I think we keep Walker. I think we let Woolen go. Job did a pretty good job covering. I don't know. I think especially with Sharp being out, I think Walker is our first play. We'll see about Mafe though. I know you're big on Mafe in the past couple hours.
I feel like that defensive line. We talk about the defense, and he's one of those guys who I think is just such a big part of it. So, yeah, we'll see, man.
Would you put Mafe in a trade package for Crosby? Is my question.
What would it take to get a Crosby out here? That would be something. But you'd have to give up a lot to get him, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Mafe would be a good piece, but he'd have to get something else, probably a relatively high draft pick too with that. So
who knows? Like maybe Kubiak, my understanding is the draft's not as good as we want it, and maybe Kubiak just wants all the pieces in his personnel immediately. So we'll see. But hey, thanks for having me on.
You bet.
I'm not sponsored, but subscribe to this man. He's great.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. All right, Sky, thanks a lot. Go Hawks. All right, let's go to Chris at the 208. Chris, you're on.
Nor, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good, man. How about you?
Good. I'm still coming down from the super high from the Super Bowl. I'm so happy that we won. It was much needed from Super Bowl 49, coming off of that very upsetting loss.
Of course.
And still feeling ecstatic. Actually, first-time caller. I've been actually a follower of yours since 2012. I think when you first started your YouTube journey, from the first Super Bowl, Super Bowl 48.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured I would call in and talk a little bit to you.
Yeah, well, what's the most on your mind, the season that was, or the season coming up ahead, and what we need to do to bring this thing back?
A little bit of both. The season that was, because we weren't even picked to make the playoffs.
We were picked to be last place by a lot of critics. We were like the first team.
Yeah,
so NFC West, start from the bottom, go to the top. Oh, I got the Seahawks at the bottom. I mean, I heard that so many times. I'm thinking, what? We should have made the playoffs last year, and that everybody's disrespecting the Seahawks. So.
Yeah, and then, moving forward to next season, if we can keep our major core from both sides, offense and defense, and even special teams, I think we can make the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. And that would be another sweet thing to win in Los Angeles, just like we did in San Francisco.
Yeah, and we'd have to do it with a new offensive coordinator. With we're going to have to lose some guys to free agency. It's inevitable. But, yeah, if anybody could do it, Schneider and McDonald could do it.
Yeah, and I think that they should hire someone from within, because whoever it is going to know Sam Darnold. And Sam has already proven all the doubters wrong, that he can do it.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. He didn't play great in the Super Bowl. It wasn't like his best game ever. Statistically, like 50%. He missed some throws. But, he did just enough. And he didn't lose the game. The key was he didn't lose it.
He did just enough so we can, move the ball down the field a little bit. So we can rely on Jason Myers. He scored pretty much the most points in the Super Bowl.
And I think that's the thing, is like sometimes quarterbacks have to know when to take what the opponent gives you and not lose the game, because you look at the performances in the playoffs. Josh Allen kind of lost the game for the Bills, right? Even though their defense sucks too, but he kind of lost it as well. And then with the Texans, C.J. Stroud, thought they were going to have a strong run, and he kind of blew it in their playoff game, and so. It's and then the Bears, as much as Caleb Williams had that amazing throw to tie the game up. He also had a really bad pick. Man, some of that might be on the receiver, but he throws a pick at a time when they were moving the ball, and all they had to do is get in field goal range, and he throws a pick. I don't know who you blame more, the quarterback, or you blame the offensive coordinator or the receiver, but you can't do that in that situation. And they had so many other options. Could have run the ball.
Exactly.
And anyway, my point being is, as a quarterback, you've got to know when to put the team on your shoulders and know when you can just say, hey, live to play another down and don't put the team in jeopardy. And that's the biggest difference between Sam Darnold of last year, where he got beat so badly against the Rams, and the Sam Darnold of this year, where in the playoffs he was undefeated, never turned the ball over, and did enough. He did more when he had to, and did just what he needed to when we were, had the defense playing strong. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I said before, Sam Darnold's my quarterback moving forward, regardless of what happened in the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. So I stuck with that, and I feel about that even more.
So, funny story real quick, I do want to tell you. So my brother he was a Patriots fan, and then he switched to the Buccaneers. So pretty much he's a Tom Brady fan.
Okay.
So for the past 11 years, I've had to hear it from out of his mouth, giving me crap about, your team lost, blah, 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 you should have run it on the 1 yard line. And I invited him over to watch the Super Bowl. He came over and left at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and I haven't heard him in a couple days.
He's going to be in some pain for a while. We know how that feels. But
yeah. So now we're going to know our pain.
What goes around comes around, I always say. Karma's a biatch.
That's right, buddy. That's right.
All right,
Lauren, I know you have some other calls that you need to get to.
Do.
But thank you so much for taking my call, and go Hawks. And
go Hawks.
I'm praying to God that we get back there next season.
Yeah.
Go Hawks.
All right, one step at a time. All right, appreciate the call, man. Let's go to I don't know who this is, from the 406. Maybe you can tell me. The 406, who's this?
Yo, Norb.
Who's this? What's your name?
Yo, this is Marshawn calling from Montana, from Spokane, but in Montana anyway, repping 12. Jason Meyer, MVP. Not taking that away from K9. K9 did great. He deserved it. I'm not getting on here and say too much. I just want to shout out all the 12s. Give my love out. Norv, you're amazing. You're great. Been watching you for years.
Thank you, man.
23 now. Been watching you since I was like 10, 12. He's winning the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
But, yeah, bro, you're amazing. Yeah, bro, not really much to say. Oh, yeah, I heard ESPN, they were talking crazy, like, a day before the game. They were Cam Newton,
what is he
Steven, all those guys. They were saying, Sam, if he won the ship, they were going to say he still wouldn't be up there with Lamar and Josh. Whatever that means, they never won a Super Bowl. But Sam has, so they got to put respect on his name. That's all I got to say. Still have a lot of respect for Josh Allen, Lamar, all the MVP runners. But hey, Sam's in the building, all right?
Yeah.
Put some respect on Sam.
And I'm not gonna say that Sam Darnold's better than Josh Allen or better than Lamar Jackson, and it doesn't matter. Like, who won the Super Bowl? It's the team. It always comes back down to the team. So it's not the sum of the pieces. It's the it's how's that saying go? The total. Blanking on the expression, but you know what I'm saying. He's
for
just,
sure.
He did what he did. He did what he needed to do, and the other guys didn't. So, but happy to have him in our team, and I'd like to think he'll continue to get better as well as he builds rapport. He's only been with the team 1 year. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, they've been playing for their teams for how many years now? This chemistry will continue to build as they build, solid offensive line, continuity, same receivers, JSN. Can't wait to see what they can do in year 2.
For sure, team effort. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
You got a platform. I thought I'd use my voice on it. Yeah, man, go Hawks, dude.
Yeah.
And shout out to you. A couple weeks ago, I actually went to the NFC Championship game.
Great game.
And I needed tickets, and you actually responded. You tried to help me get tickets, so shout out to you, man, and I appreciate you, brother, and I hope to see you at the Hawks game. I'm always at the Hawks games. Unfortunately, I never get a chance to run to you, but hopefully sometime we'll get a run to you, get a pic, man. Chit-chat. Go Hawks, baby.
All right. Let's make it happen next year. All right, Marshawn, appreciate it. Thanks, and go Hawks. Very cool. Let's, all right, just flying. Let's go to the 206. I'm going through all these ones I don't have the names for. The 206. Who's this? Somebody local. 206, you there?
Norb.
Yes, who's this?
Is this Norb?
This is Norb.
Norb, this is Deb.
Gab?
Deb Steele.
Oh, Deb. Deb, you called back.
Yeah, you can probably barely hear my voice.
You must have been screaming quite a bit. Is that what happened?
That is because of you and Mark.
Yeah, I saw your message about shouting out Jenny's talking about Jenny's coat at the Super Bowl. Mark brought it, or his former wife's jacket. Always brought her to the Super Bowl, and she got to witness another win. Yes, so that was kind of fun messaging back and forth during the game. So, yes, that was something. So, yeah, your voice is a little more trash than mine is, even.
I know. That's how loud I was yelling. I have never had an experience like that in my life.
So, were you at the game? Were you at the game?
No, I wasn't. I was in my house.
You were screaming at the top of your lungs in your house?
Yes.
Wow. That's intense.
I had you and Mark on my computer. I had the TV on the game. And, Norb, I have to tell you, I had to DVR the game. I still haven't watched it. I was listening to your play-by-play.
But I thought you were watching it in sync. Were you not watching the TV, or did you got so immersed in our discussions online that you stopped watching the game? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, kind of.
Wow, we got better ratings on YouTube than the Super Bowl. She was watching us instead of the Super Bowl. Look at that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, NFL.
I absolutely loved it. That was the first time that I had ever done that. But
wow,
I have
that's crazy.
I want to address the elephant in the room. You're talking about who should stay and who should go.
Okay, we're talking about unrestricted free agents, particularly these 6 guys who stand out the most: Kobe Bryant, Josh Jobe, Riq Woolen, Rashid Shaheed, Boye Mafe, and Ken Walker.
I would like, of course, K9 to stay. I would like Rashid to stay. But most of all, I would like the Seahawks to stay.
Oh, you're talking about that elephant in the room. You're talking about the imminent sale of the Seahawks to a new owner.
Yes.
Well, I think, and I know it harkens back upon the time in 1996 when Mark and Save Our Seahawks were happening. I see some people say, "What's a Mark?" in the chat. So Mark is my friend who I went to the game with and was sitting with during the Super Bowl, and Mark was the one who led the Save Our Seahawks charge back in 1996 when the former owner Ken Behring tried to move the team to Los Angeles, where we play the Super Bowl next year, hopefully. So I did a whole documentary about that story, about Mark starting Save Our Seahawks and how came down to a vote by the public to vote for the stadium, and if they didn't pass it, Paul Allen would not have bought the team, and we may not have a team today. So if you haven't seen it, go check out Superfan on my YouTube channel. And it's a very moving story, not just about the Save Our Seahawks, but also what happened to Mark's wife pertaining to cancer and how that affects what we do with our charity today. So, but since there's an imminent sale of the team to a different owner, the question does pop out like, oh, what happens if the owner tries to move the team? I think the Seahawks are in a prime position where there's a low risk of that happening because of the fact that the Seahawks are right now top of the world, and usually teams that are struggling financially or just not doing well or not having good turnouts, attendance, are usually the teams that are most subject to being moved. So the Seahawks being in the position that they're in, I don't think that would there's a very, very, very low chance that would happen. Not impossible, but very low. And hopefully they find the right owner who's going to be the next Paul Allen, the next one who stays here for the next 15, 20 years at least before they hand it over to somebody else. So we'll see. But it may not be right away, but very possible that Story could start getting some legs in 2026 because this is the first year they could really sell the team. Jody Allen could sell the team based on the way it was set up. They couldn't do it last year because there would have been financial implications, something about taxes or something like that. They would have been penalized. So I think we're okay. I don't think you have to feel like, it's going to be bought and then moved. I don't think we have to worry about that per se, knock on wood, of course. So otherwise it'll be like, Mark, come to the rescue. Yeah, we don't want to.
Exactly. Don't make us unleash Mark on them again.
Yeah. I know. Mark says I'm getting too old for this kind of thing. But yeah.
But I have to tell you, I had an amazing time at the Super Bowl with you guys. It was fantastic.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And
I mean,
we had not only the best team on the field. There were some little issues there every once in a while.
Yeah.
But we not only had the best team on the field, but we also had the best angels in the end zone. Mama Blue.
Yeah.
And Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those that were down there rooting for them.
Yeah, amen to that.
It's just like Mike McDonald said today. All of those guys' dads.
Yeah, that was very touching today in his speech. Brought me to tears, actually.
They were all in the end zone.
Yeah. Yes.
So I know you're exhausted. You have had a really long 7 days. I really hope you do get the hearing in your right ear back soon.
You know all about me, don't you? Yeah.
No, I just know Mark in that. I know Mark.
Oh, that. Yeah. No. I seriously have like some hearing loss stuff that Mark aside. That I deal with.
No. I was talking about Mark's whistle.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That's why I wear the earplugs, though. I do that to protect what's left of my hearing. Because PSA, public service announcement, especially to you youngins whose hearing is still perfectly good and think you're invincible. Protect your hearing. Don't turn your AirPods too loud. Put earplugs or at least some kind of noise, reduction when you're out in these loud clubs and concerts, because once your hearing kind of gets messed up, there's no undoing that. So to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But yes, thank you. It was fun interacting with you during the game, and yes, what an experience. But yeah, you should go watch that DVR. It's a pretty good game to watch, especially the second half.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
And also one more thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling the 12-12 girl.
Oh yeah, she was really sweet. The girl sitting in front of us who was in the 12th row in the 12th seat, and a little good luck charm on our side. So yeah.
She was so excited.
She was very excited. She was on her feet the whole time, cheering and waving her flag and all that. So yeah, it was great. It's great to see the young fans getting into it. So. Well, thanks, Deb. I appreciate it. Hope your voice heals up. And, enjoy the replay of the game. It's quite enjoyable, especially that fourth quarter is a thing to be.
I'm going to sit here quietly with hot tea and honey.
Yes, that's a good thing. That sounds pretty good. All right. Thanks, Deb. We'll talk to you soon.
Well,
take care.
Go get some rest.
Yeah, eventually I will. All right. Go Hawks. Okay, keeping it going. Let's go to the 305. Man, how many calls? 5, 10, 15. All right, we're less than 20 at least. Actually, no, let's go to Joe. I don't know if this is Joanne, but it's the number from the 760. Who's this? Hello, from the 760. Are you there?
Hey, Nora, what's up?
You don't sound like a Joanne. What's your name and where are you calling from, man?
Dion from L.A.
What's the first name?
Dion.
Dion from L.A. All right. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. I'm just sitting here relishing in the win. Pretty crazy how the season really went. I think around, I want to say halfway through the season, I figured that we can make a deep playoff run, but man, towards the end of that season, I knew this was a team of destiny. Versus the Rams, man, I knew that we were going to do some damage in the playoffs because everything was just going our way. Talk about injuries too. The injury to Gray Zabel, and the way that I forgot what game it was, but the way Jackson's knee twisted and he just got right back up. I mean, we were the team of destiny.
Yeah, I know. Gray Zabel too. Right? I mean, it looked like he was going to be out for like 4 weeks, and he came back like the following week. I was like, oh my God, how did he survive that? And yeah, the JSN knee, I forgot about that one. Yeah, the injuries can completely derail us just a season. But yeah, you're right.
About the OC talks, I think personally, I do think we give Pete's the nod. I was looking at his film from 2021 from LSU. He did some pretty cool things. The only thing I worry about is that he's lacking in the play action area, and Sam Darnold really thrives in play action.
Right.
So that might be a little. I wouldn't call it a problem, but it would definitely be a bit of a change that I wouldn't really want to see. But I have confidence that his run plays would be very effective, which leads me to my next point. I think our main priority, if any, is definitely bring Kempf back, because I know we have Charbonnet, but who knows when he's going to come back. And this is a bit of a hot take when it comes to Seahawks fans. I don't hate Bradford as much as most, because he's not necessarily a really bad player. It's just his lowlights stand out the most. He has some really good plays sprinkled in, and I think that a great run blocker like him is really hard to come by. Maybe draft a guy to develop, but I think we stick with Bradford. What do you think?
Wow. Well, I have seen him. I can't say that he's been all bad, because he has had some plays where he has pushed some guys around. He's strong. This is the thing. He's a big dude and he's strong. And it's just that, like you said, the lowlights are really low. I was like, whoa, what the heck did you just do? Did you not see that guy who just ran right by you? I don't know how you fix that. If you could fix that somehow, then that'd be great. But I guess it's even more frustrating when we know that guys like Christian Haynes and there's some other dudes who are sitting on the bench, and you're going, well, apparently the Seahawks staff don't believe any of those guys are any better than what Anthony Bradford does. So if that's the case, that means these guys are not that good, and it's not like you can just say, hey, let's just switch it and he'll be better. Clearly they would have done that because they're the ones who know their team, right? We're just guys who see him once a weekend and think we know everything. So yeah, there must be some reason why he keeps holding on to that position. And either, like you said, his highlights outweigh his lowlights, or the other guys are just not as good, and it would be a downgrade. So that's just, I don't know. I just see everybody else in that line looks pretty solid, and he's the weak link in the chain. So how do you fix that? I don't know. But yeah,
I trust Mike's. I trust Mike's judgment when it comes to that, because you know him. He's detail oriented.
Right.
But talking about Pete's, he's really detail oriented too. Yeah. And I think our offense. I do believe next year, no matter what happens, JSN does decline. I'm not talking about he's going to be a 900-yard receiver. I think he's still good for 1,200, barring injuries. But
kind of flukish that he got as many yards as he did this year, or like a blip in the radar.
I wouldn't.
I should say fluke. I should say fluke. But this, I kind of equate.
Yeah.
I kind of equate, and I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like Big Dumper for the Mariners and JSN for the Seahawks, that their stock or productivity just spiked an all-time high. But to think they're going to just do that every single year, that's asking for a lot. And we already saw JSN's productivity after they kind of started figuring him out. He was still getting like 100-yard games, but they'd have some a couple of sub 100 games in there. But to get that number he had before, he was having astronomical numbers in the beginning. And so, would I love to see JSN and Big Dumper hit the same numbers that they did this year? Sure. But to count on it, like, oh yeah, JSN's going to be number one next year, and yeah, he's going to have 2,000 yards. That might be asking a lot. Now, if they get Rashid and Torrey Horton, well, maybe he will, because we'll have so many guys breaking free, they won't know who to cover. Someone's going to be wide open every time. So, but
I really do think Horton is used a lot. Because in the games that he made an impact in, he had some great plays.
He did. He scored some touchdowns early on, and he was doing great. It was just that injury. Oh man, I thought he was going to come back, and it was like, what? He's out for the season? What the heck?
I feel bad for him and Charbonnet having to miss the Super Bowl.
I know. Yeah. They still get their rings though.
The thing about this team is everything really did go our way this year, but talk about the NFC West. It's not really about who's the best. It's just who's the best that year. And the NFC West, any three of the teams, the Cardinals, you never know, but they're the Cardinals. It's really the big three. It could be any of them any year. But I really do trust this defense. I think Mike McDonald has, not only he's not just a good coach, but the culture he's making, in only year two, he took his team to, 17 wins. That doesn't happen normally. Yeah. And I'm not saying that we're going to make it back to the Super Bowl next year, but with the confidence that these guys have, with the coaching and the culture that is just being built, I think we're a 12, 13 win team next year. I'm not saying we're not going to be bad, because you never know, because everything really did go our way this year. But I do have a lot of confidence. It's just offensively, I do have questions with Kubiak leaving, because there will be some continuity issues maybe with the line, because Kubiak really made this offensive line better than it was. Look at last year. Geno Smith was sacked so many times.
Right. No, the protection's definitely been better, and it took a while for the run game to flourish. It really came on in the best time, basically like the end of the season and into the playoffs. But there's still a lot of room there's still a lot of room for improvement on the offense. Even in this Super Bowl, it was not the best offensive performance. It was just a great performance by K9, and then the defense just won the day. So, and special teams, can't ignore special teams. They always get overlooked. But so I think there's points left on the board there that we could have had. So I think hopefully the new coach can maximize the talent we have, because we do have a very talented offense between our quarterback and our running backs. Actually, Holandi did pretty good. He had a nice move in there where he had this one play. It wasn't a spectacular play, but it was like a 3-yard pass. Looked like it was going to be maybe a 5-yard gain at best, and he does a little juke and dives forward, and he gets like 8 yards on it, and that was pretty impressive. So, but anyway, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate your insight, and we'll do this again. That's so much to talk about, especially when we start talking free agency and the draft. But thanks, man. We'll do this again, and never dull moment.
You have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
All right, let's go to the 760. 760, you're up.
Hey, Norm. This is Regal calling from Southern California.
Did you say Regal?
Yeah, Regal. R-I-G-O.
R-I-G-O. Regal from SoCal. Okay. Yeah, what's on your mind, bro?
Well, we're glad that we won. We're happier that we did it in San Francisco, and hope that we can do it again next year in L.A. Be good. Back-to-back Super Bowls, San Francisco and L.A. Man, that's going to hit 49ers and Rams fans pretty hard.
Yeah, that would be very upsetting for them, I'm sure, to have that be the case for us. We'd be the most hated team. Well, we're already the most hated team, but that would be the ultimate insult. But love the possibility that could happen. What's your thoughts on this?
And I love the direction of the team.
Yeah, I agree. The culture, McDonald, all that. What do you think about this whole unrestricted free agent discussion that we're having? Who do you feel like we've got to have, back?
Well, I think we should be having Bryant back and Josh Joby. I think those going to be back. I think Rick Williams is gone. I mean, there's just, I don't know. I think he's a defensive Metcalf. I think we have good backups and we can draft good. I wish Walker could come back. That'd be cool. But I mean, like you say, in Schneider we trust. If we don't get Walker back, Charbonnet can handle the load, and I think we'll draft a good running back. It's someone else that doesn't have to be a starter. And I really trust Schneider and this team. The only thing worries me about is all OC, offensive coordinator. Who are we going to get?
Big
What's going to
mystery
happen with that?
Yeah, right. But again, I feel like if this defense can stay where it's at, and there's no reason to think that it can't, I think offensively we don't have to be top 10. I think we just if we can be better, like above average on offense, but most importantly we run the football. Sam Darnold showed last in the Super Bowl. You just have to be okay. He doesn't have to be spectacular. He doesn't have to be Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson to win a game, because that defense will always keep you in the game, and just has to make a play or two here and there and get some first downs. So. Yeah, I'm optimistic. Like I said many times, I'd rather be a great defense and a pretty good offense than a great offense and a crappy defense. So, yeah.
And then shout out to both our special teams. I mean, Jason Myers and Dixon, they killed it in the Super Bowl.
They sure
I mean,
did.
I don't think if they would have done what they would have done, could have been a closer game. You never know. I mean, the defense killed it, but wow, Dixon and Myers, my props to them.
I've been singing their praises all year long because nobody does that enough. And Myers has been great, and Dixon, just when he has to punt, you always know he's going to place it somewhere that's going to be unreturnable or deep in their territory, and it's awesome. It's a great weapon, two-headed monster right there that don't get enough credit. So, well, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call.
And thank you, Noel. I've been following you for the last 13 years. Keep it up.
Wow.
And thanks for all you do for us Hawks fans, and go Hawks.
My pleasure, Rico. Thank you, Rigo. Thank you very much. And yeah, go Hawks to you down there in California. I want to say a shout out to 12th Man Zag for joining the Norb fam as a new member. So appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Says he's glad to be part of the NorbCam family. Thanks for your support. Means a lot, brother. So let's go. Some of you guys are saying, like trying to get numbers that are in there, and I don't see the numbers. It might be because that there's so many lines still waiting that the other numbers that are in the queue don't actually show up on my big matrix screen. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's what those are the open lines right now. That's me. And these are all the lines that I've yet to answer, and I think there's more beyond that queue. So, just saying, it's a lot of trying to get through it. So, I'm trying to get through a lot of these that I don't know the names of because they're like names I don't know yet. So, let's go to the 206. Is this Roderick?
What's up, my neighbor, my ride to the games, and my good friend?
Oh, Roderick! I don't even call you Roderick. I was like, I just put two and two together. Rod Long, ladies and gentlemen. Roderick. I didn't even know your name was Roderick. This is Rod Long.
It is, man.
Of Save Our Seahawks.
You don't know if that's my proof.
Yeah.
Bro, my full name is Roderick, and I used to hear that in Catholic school. If I made some of the nuns mad about something I said or did, then I would hear Mr. Roderick. But I go by Rod. But hey, man, as you know, this is a nonstop party that has been. I've enjoyed following, obviously, you, Mark, Earl, the trip, the journey. The trolling and tormenting of these ridiculous Diner fans. I've had a ball myself, as you know, but some of the talking heads that continue they have twisted themselves, Norb, into a pretzel that will require a Heimlich maneuver. And chief among them, of course, is none other than Cam, the Mad Hatter, Newton.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah.
This brother has got a house that looks like a haberdashery and all the hats in the world and not one Super Bowl ring and still yapping. All right? Let's talk about Skip Bayless, the cowboy hack.
Yeah.
The last time his team played on Super Bowl Sunday, Monica Lewinsky was standing in the aisle of a supermarket looking at possible stain-removing options. These people are ridiculous, Norb, and you know they are. And they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But they can't. They ain't got no shame in their game. And by the way, I do like how God bless this dystopian hellscape we live in today with the weather. I'm so tired of these fools, Norm. They don't have any idea how good it is here. If they did, they would have followed the rest of these fools who came up here decades ago. Because they all started coming here. In 1976, after New West Magazine named us America's most livable city among big cities. And our population was not even 700,000, Norm. I'm telling you what I know because I was born and raised here, and I'm the guy who called this city Mayberry with skyscrapers years ago.
Yes, you did. Yeah, and today could not have been any more beautiful. I mean, it was a gorgeous day in February here in Seattle.
Yeah, man. No, we. I think, by the way, on the offensive coordinator, Norm, I think they're gonna make that promotion in house, and I hope they do, because whoever was looking over Kubiak's shoulder obviously knew what time it was with the offense. By the way, I know you saw at Clint Kubiak's press conference today down in Sin City. I got to tell you, man.
I actually didn't listen to it yet, so I knew he gave one, but I haven't listened to it yet. So what was your impressions of it?
I didn't. Well, my impression was I was listening to it because all I did was saw it, and so I'm standing there surrounded by guys who looked like they worked for guys from the old neighborhoods in Vegas back in the day. And he just had this really weird look on his face, like, I know I'm stepping right into the set of a dumpster fire of a franchise, but I'm right off the strip, and once in a while I can play three-card money or something. I don't know. The look on his face was like, what am I getting into? But I'm digging the challenge. So I wish him the best of luck because I know exactly what he's got to deal with down there, and it's something that, well, as we all know, we will hopefully never have to deal with in our lifetimes anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been fortunate to be spared any of those seasons that look anything like a 3-14 or a 4-13 or 2-15. Because the Raiders have been awful for a long time. You can blame the Tuck rule for that one, but it's we'll see what happens here, but. Somebody's entertained. Alina, my fabulous moderator on YouTube, is getting a kick out of you. You guys should know that Rod Long, if you don't know already, besides being a close neighbor of mine and good friend to me and Mark Collins, has been a professional comedian for a very long time. And he is. He's got his wits about him. Let's just say that much. There's never a dull moment when he's in the car.
Well, you know what I love, Norm, about being or having this God gift as a skill, this blessing as a skill, is that I am literally a professional troll. And now that we have our moment, let me just assure you, Norm, and all 12s out there, that I have the stick and I am cracking heads every chance I get.
Payback,
dude. Come on, man. This is like hunting ducks in a bathtub and calling myself a great hunter. Okay? These people are so ridiculous, and they can't stop, and it's all the what about. Like I said, Skip Bayless. Gerald McCoy said, and I never will forget this part, he said that the reason he couldn't trust Sam Darnold, and by the way, Rich Eisen had said how much he trusted Sam Darnold, and then Gerald McCoy says, well, I still can't trust Sam Darnold because you could give Shaq 10 free throws and he gonna make one of them. And I immediately stood up and began pacing back and forth in front of my TV, Norb, as I thought, let's see, I wonder how long this brother's had onset of CTE. How do you come up with that kind of an analysis? How is it possible? But yet, like I said, a Heimlich maneuver, as these people bend themselves into a pretzel. I watched Dominic Foxworthy looking literally like he was going to throw up as he listened to Rex Ryan explain to him exactly why we are as good as we are and why Sam Darnold is the guy that he is. And by the way, my nickname for our quarterback now, Norm, is Shawshank Sam. Because he's the man.
That's pretty good.
He's the man.
Breaking out of jail, right? To freedom.
Hey, man, he went to jail when he went to New York. You know that, Norm.
Yeah. He was incarcerated the moment he got drafted. But, it happens to the best and the worst of them. But, he is what did they say in that line? I crawled through 300 yards of crap and this and that. It came out clean on the other side.
And Norv, you know what? And by the way, it's one of my favorite movies, and maybe it is
mine
for you
too.
as well. And Norv, you know what I love about that metaphor is that I am pretty much sure that that's what it smells like playing quarterback for the New York Jets. Okay. And by the way, it didn't smell like that until Joe Namath left. All right, that's first and foremost.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's people like Aaron Donald who can testify to that funk that continues to fester around that franchise. And yet they got all the arrogance in the world. I know, dog. I worked there back and forth back in the day. Ridiculous people, way full of themselves. I remember my club owner saying, "Yeah, you should move back here. You got something really interesting, and what a great spirit up there." I'm saying, I said, "Dog, that's because I didn't have to go to a park to see trees when I grew up in Seattle. Stop it already. Come on, man."
Oh yeah, man, Rob. We'll have to do another show dedicated just to a whole Roderick Long hour, and that would be.
We're going to talk anyway because I talked to you about something on our way to that screening that I've been working on.
Oh yeah.
Let's chop it later, my friend. I'm hoping to have something you can look at literally by the week. This is Wednesday, North. Look for me to get at you Friday, man.
Okay. All right, man. Well, let's do it. But thanks for calling in, man. I was you were hiding in plain sight, and I didn't even realize it. But Rod, always great to hear from you, my friend.
I was going by that English name that means king. That's what Roderick means, by the way. King. Ain't that something?
Wow.
King.
Interesting.
Well, we are kings right now. And by the way, I couldn't believe how, with everything that was happening at the party at the stadium, that Como 4, which, as you know, Norb, is the Fox News light of Mayberry with skyscrapers, which is why people on the outside, outlying areas all assume this is the dystopian hellscape. They didn't even bleep out anything that my man E. Jones said.
I know.
I know.
Seahawks put that on social media too. They didn't bleep out Ernest Jones either. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty good."
Well, you know, and you can get proud enough to pay that FCC fine when you got that Lombardi hanging in the office, man. I'm telling you, these are fun times for this passive-aggressive city that for years, as we both know, has suffered Stockholm Syndrome. Norb, come on now.
Yes, sir. Rod, I gotta go. I gotta get some other callers in here, but bro, it's always good to talk to you, man. We'll see each other soon. All right.
I'm gonna talk to you like Friday. I'll get back if you hear.
All right. Looking forward to it, man.
All
right. Go Hawks.
Yeah. Bye.
That was Rod Long, comedy legend. Oh man, it's always good to talk to him. All right, let's talk to. I know this is from the 425. He's been waiting forever. He says he's got his chance finally.
I have. I'm so sorry about that mistake earlier, man.
That's all right. You're on now, man. What's going on? Zach from Alabama.
Not much. I'm just happy we won.
Yes, sir. I'm happy we won too. Favorite moment from the game, from the day, from Super Bowl Sunday? What was yours?
Honestly, just getting to celebrate pretty much an early birthday present because my birthday was yesterday. So
happy belated birthday, man. Happy belated birthday.
I appreciate that. Also, one thing that I did notice, and I called it too, the Patriots did use that 3-by-1 set on like those third and long situations.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember that from what I called last week.
Yep.
And actually, our defense was lights out. It was fantastic. And we actually blitzed Witherspoon a couple times from that set because that like middle receiver would always be running like a post or something. So Love or Bryant could take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when Witherspoon, he just has this uncanny timing of when to, he'll come up from that corner position and start to attack the line, and he just nails it right as the snap goes. He's like in a full head of steam, and man, he got to him several times.
There was no stopping him. Reminded me of Chancellor when he would hit like Vernon Davis or whatever,
Yeah. He could arguably. It felt like that somebody on the defensive side should have gotten a nod for Super Bowl MVP because the defense really won that game. I mean, I like K9 from the offensive side of things, but felt like the defense needed to get some love there if it wasn't Jason Myers. But yeah, you could have made a case that Witherspoon could have had that one because, man, he
really
was a
think
disruptor.
Witherspoon could have gotten MVP and everyone would have been happy with it.
Yeah. It's the same thing with who was the one who got the the sack, a couple sacks. Not Boye Mafe, number 58.
Derek Hall.
Derek Hall. He had a hell of a game too. So, yeah, man.
Just out of curiosity, because I mentioned it for like your downtime when you had it, if you had a chance last week. Did you get a chance to search up South Alabama's marching band and listen to us?
Oh, I was so busy getting ready for the Super Bowl weekend, I had not had a chance to look at it yet. Now that things are kind of lightening up, I'm going to have a little more time on my hands. I will check that out. South Alabama Marching Band. You play tuba with it, right?
Correct. I'm one of the 14 tubas we got.
Right on. So, yeah. All right, you got some big competitions coming up?
Actually, we got a Mardi Gras parade tomorrow, but besides that, our season's pretty much done because football season's over because college football. And then we're moving into a new building here March 6th, so that'll be pretty cool.
Okay. And how many more years of college you got left?
I'm a junior right now. I'm in the second semester of my junior year, so I'm almost a senior. I'm right there.
All right. So you got like a little over a year and a half or so to go?
Yeah, just about, I would say.
Okay. Well, march on, my friend. March on to the graduation and your degree while marching in the band. And I hope all that goes well this upcoming semester, man.
I appreciate that. Also, real quick, for free agency,
yes,
we actually have the 6th most cap space in the NFL, so I think we can probably keep 4 to 5 guys.
That's what I'm hoping too, and hopefully they can work out some team-friendly-ish deals. I don't think these guys are going to be commanding the largest numbers out there.
Again, K9's an obvious target. Josh Jobe is a good one. Boye Mafe would be a good one.
Yeah.
Who else was another one?
Rick Woolen's on the list. And Rashid Shaheed.
I can see Rick Woolen being in that too. And then Shaheed. Oh, we got to keep Shaheed, in my opinion. He's kind of like someone was saying before, he's that secret weapon that we could use on special teams, and then Torrey Horton could become our new Tyler Lockett, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's just to have that much speed, which seems almost illegal on the team to have Shaheed and Torrey Horton. But that'd be pretty cool if they can keep them.
Exactly.
So, winning the Super Bowl
and then
is definitely
obviously
appealing.
upgrade at right guard, please.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I mean,
Upgrade right guard.
I think Dion from LA was like, no, I think we should keep him. Like,
no, please upgrade right guard.
We could do better.
Please.
There's got to be something better. Heck, let's draft another guard like we did Gray Zabel.
Like Gray Zabel, yeah.
I mean, it worked out great. I mean, I know historically we don't generally draft guards, but seems to me like the biggest
Or even if we draft like a center and we move one of them to right guard, like Jake Slaughter from Florida was actually really good.
Yeah. Well, I always wonder, like, guys like who are on the bench, Oluwatimi, right? Because he came in and played center. I thought, well, couldn't he, like, take Bradford's job? But Bradford just seems to keep getting the reps, even though it seems puzzling to me. Yet they must know something we don't. But
there must be something there.
Those guys are the ones who know, So we'll see. But it's going to be interesting free agency for sure. It's going to be tough if we do lose one or two of these guys because, it's going to be some names that we're very familiar with. And you're like, oh, man, really? They let go of him? But
like, as long as we keep K9 and at least Jobe, I would be comfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
Ideally.
Those two. Yeah, Jobe is really good. I think he's a very underrated player who's actually really good and doesn't have the name cachet. But, yeah he's been solid. Just kind of like Drake Thomas and, it's, Ty Okada for that matter, too. So we've seen guys without the names come in and perform. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yep.
But thanks for the call. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for your patience hanging on so long.
Thank you so much, man. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Love it. All right, let's go to the 276. Potentially Carrie. Who's this?
Yo.
What's your name?
My name is John.
John, from where?
I'm from Abingdon, Virginia.
Virginia. All right. What's on your mind, man?
How'd you like the Super Bowl?
Loved it, man. It was great. 4th Super Bowl in my life.
It was great, wasn't it?
3rd Seahawks Super Bowl, and the dominating performance by the defense was so much fun. And I think the highlight for me was when A.J. Barner made the touchdown catch because he was coming right at us because we were in that corner of the end zone.
Oh, man.
And we all went crazy. Mark was going nuts, and he kind of knocked me over, so I fell over him. He fell over, and he knocked the other person next to me over. So we were all three lying in the aisle. Everybody's looking at us like, what the hell's wrong with these guys?
Yeah.
But we were so happy that it was just, just pandemonium. It was crazy. You can see it on my stream.
Yeah.
It was wiping out, but it was great. Yeah. So, it was a hell of a weekend, and then a hell of a celebration today. How about you?
That's crazy because
what was your favorite moment?
That was my favorite moment. It was the A.J. Barner touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, that was great, and I thought that was I thought that was the one that sealed it. But then they went and scored after that. But then the Kobe Bryant pick was great. But then when we got the Uchenna one, that one was like game over.
Oh,
that
man,
was
that
really
was
game
great.
over, and that was awesome. And again, right to our section of the field. So all the cool stuff happened where we were sitting. So we got to enjoy that too.
Yeah, I've been a Hawks fan. I don't know, really, really dialed in since maybe 2019. But man, I love the Hawks. My first Seattle game, and I went to the Super Bowl.
So you were at the Super Bowl too?
I was at the Super Bowl. Yeah, my first
Wow,
Hawks game.
that's so awesome, man.
It was amazing, and I got the A.J. Barner touchdown on video. That was my favorite part. I love Barner.
Barner's great, man. He was wearing at the parade today. He was wearing this big kind of fur coat, I think, or something, and a cowboy hat.
He was
really,
the Instagram story.
Really showing some attitude, man. It was pretty cool. So yeah, great that you made the game. Where were you sitting?
I was sitting top, like on the side across from the suites. So I was section 409.
Oh, so you were in the section getting the sun the whole time.
I know.
Yeah, I was looking up. I even pointed out and said, "Well, the sun's in the shadow now down here, but those poor people up there are just still cooking." Yeah, it must have been pretty hot up there for a while, huh?
Yeah, until halftime. Until halftime, I was baking.
Yeah. Then it cooled down quite a bit. Actually, got kind of cold.
Sure,
it's like, yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, what do you think about these free agents here? We've been talking about that, all night.
And so we got a lot of cap space, so that's good. But a must-have is Kenneth Walker, of course. I mean, gotta have him. Reek Woolen, what is it? Is it his second season, second or third?
Third
season for Reek, yeah.
Contract year now.
Oh yeah, makes sense. I don't know. I mean, all year, it seems like he's been giving up bombs.
They start out rough in the beginning, then he kind of tightened things up near the middle, and then just had that, taunting business, and then got beat again on this last game.
Yeah, he's young. He's very talented, but I don't know, because I think we got to get Job. We got to get Job. He's too good.
I agree.
And Kobe, I love Kobe. Rashid, I love Rashid. I don't know. I wish we could have all of them. But, who knows?
Yeah, I know. It's hard to let go. It's hard to pick and choose.
I know. I think we'll get Kenneth, and I think we'll get probably signed Boya Mafe. And then, I don't know, I'm hoping for Kobe Bryant and Josh Jobs, too, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see him.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to put Ken Walker on top, Josh Jobe second, Shaheed, I guess, third, Bryant fourth, and then Reek. Oh no, sorry, Mafe. Mafe third.
Eric
third,
too, and then, right? Eric Sauber. He's not.
I don't think he's unrestricted. I think he's a. What is he? No, we're good. We're good with Saubert.
He's not.
Oh,
He's
they
not
just extended him. They extended him this past year. He's good.
Oh, they
he's
did?
gonna be here for a while. Yeah, this season.
Okay.
I
I
think
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're good with Saubert. Yeah,
Which,
good blocker.
He wouldn't be, too much money anyways. But I mean, still, I like him.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
he got good energy.
Yeah. He's just one of those workman guys. Just he's not going to get a lot of targets, but
Yeah.
he just blocks the hell out of guys and
For sure.
can make catches when
Yeah, I
when
love
it comes down
the
to
block.
it. All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. We'll see what happens.
I'm so glad I got to talk to you today, man.
Yeah,
First
thanks
time
for
I've been,
hanging on.
I've been trying to get this, and I was trying to find you at the Super Bowl because I was watching the live, and I was walking around, seeing if you were walking and getting concessions or anything, but
Yeah, so many
didn't get
people,
to.
right? But glad you were there to witness it, man, because that's something you'll never forget.
I know. We'll be back. We're trying to make this a yearly thing. Go to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. We bought these tickets in mid-December. I was hoping a whole time watching every. Man, it was great. It was a great ride, and I can't believe they went the one year that I go, and then they win. It's crazy.
That is pretty good. So yeah, that's awesome.
But
awesome
I'm excited to be back in LA. I'm gonna do my best to be back in LA next year.
Okay. All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. Glad you could be at the Super Bowl, and
yes,
that'd be pretty cool to have
thanks so much
tough
for
decision
taking my
to
call.
do it again next year. All right, man. Go Hawks.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We're starting to get down. The list is getting down there, slowly but surely. Let's go to. I think most of these are names I'm familiar, but I'm gonna go with a couple more here for the 305. Who's this?
Hey, how's it going? It's Kuya 12 up in Alaska. ¿Cómo está?
Mabuti. It's Kuya 12 from Alaska. Yeah. You're not the one who gave me the kukui nut necklace, is it?
No.
Okay.
I'm on my Twitter. It's Ice Phantom. I've been following you since the beginning. I speak Tagalog, but I'm a Black American. But I stay in Alaska. I represent the Alaska 12s.
Okay.
My favorite NorCal moment is when you were with your dad and you were like, "Dad, we did it, Dad." I think it was the NFC Championship. I could be wrong, but that was the best NorCam video I saw.
You're talking about the Packers game, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the best one, man. Your Tata and you, man. That was cool.
I missed my dad being around for this playoff run because he should have been here, but he was in the Philippines enjoying time with my mom. So, that I know they were enjoying that, but just something was missing not having my dad along for the ride. But I'm glad we still won it. He was watching my live stream, feeling like he was part of it. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to Roger Peterson and Tammy. These are my friends in Anchorage who pretty much update me on anything that's going on with the Hawks. I also want to give a shout out to Jim Zorn and Steve Largent, who, when they come up to Alaska, they make fun like, "Where's Arenza? He's not here. Arenza, where are you? You're supposed to be with." And I also want to give a shout out to Tag Team. Whoop, there it is. They gave me a shout out too. Man, it's really great. The only thing that I wish in this Super Bowl win that could have been done is that they would have postponed the parade for at least 2 weeks so everybody would have a chance to get up there and participate.
Oh yeah, I know. But it's always that way. Every team after they win it, they pretty much 3 days later is when they have it. So I know it's tough. It's like you got to make these plans for those who don't live in the area. They just got to are we going to make this trip? I met someone today who flew all the way from the East Coast just to watch this, event, the trophy presentation, and are leaving the next day after that. They literally came just for this moment. So, it's cool.
I sort of did the same thing. Instead of going to the Super Bowl in San Francisco, I flew home to Alaska with my friends, and we watched the Super Bowl. And as soon as it was over, hours later, I hopped back on a plane and flew back down here to San Diego. But yeah. I was going to also tell you too that there are a lot of 49ers that like Cristofomo. So I think that you're on to something with his character, so that when there are other games the 40 whiners play. You might want to throw Chrysostom in there, but I'm just really grateful, man.
That's a good idea. I'm going to talk to Norb about that because for some reason he doesn't have it through his thick skull that I need to have my own show every freaking week. There's money to be had right here. I'm a treasure ready to be unburied. You know what I'm saying?
That is hilarious. That is really hilarious.
Yeah, all right. I hear that all the time. Chrysostom was just, you can make money with that.
Oh, yeah, and then when I was yeah, that's true. And when I wanted to tell you, too, before I let you go, I was in Cebu, Philippines. I usually go over there.
My wife is in Cebu right now with her sisters. My sister in Cebu. They literally just flew out there a couple days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually go to their Senior Lord Festival, and while I was there, the 49ers game was going on. So while the bands were competing against each other, people noticed that I had the headphone sets on, and it was like, "What are you listening to?" And then when we won, a bunch of people figured out that I was watching. Watching the game, and then I was converting Filipinos in Cebu to become Seahawks fans. So they was going around going, Seahawks! Right in the festival, right there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so funny.
Yeah, man.
It's funny how it's like a Pavlovian response when you hear the C. People just instantly, Seahawks fans instantly respond to it. They can't even help it when they know they shouldn't be doing it. Like during the Seahawks offense being on the field, and they know they should be quiet, and yet someone starts that "see," and then the person's like, "I shouldn't say it, but I can't." Hawks, no, see, Hawks. They just can't stop because it's like it's an instant reaction. You have to do it, but yeah, that's awesome, man. That's great. Wow, the Seahawks are truly an international. They have international fan base from Asia to America.
10 million
to Europe.
Strong and counting, from what I heard.
Yeah.
10 million strong.
That's
and I also wanted to give a shout out to Jay and Bejean Page down in Arizona. They used to live in Alaska, but they moved down to Arizona. But we are so much the biggest supporters. It's crazy. The Alaska 12s are on something. Man, I'll tell you this, Norb. And I said this before in the news. If the Seahawks were a human body, Alaska is the head. I swear to God, I said that before. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a good way to put it. I've never really heard it that way, but kind of got a good point. So,
yeah.
Right on, bro. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. And thanks for your support all these years.
Hey, walang naman. Siempre, yeah.
a African-American who speaks Tagalog. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool,
and Cebuano. I speak Visayan too. Yeah.
Wow. Multilingual, bro. Okay. So, and you said Kuya 12, but what is your actual name?
Arenza. 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 My last name is like that nursery rhyme in the Philippines. It goes Pin Pin de Zarapin, Le Cotillo, the Almazen, How de Carabo de Batoten. So that first part, Pin Pin, is actually Thick Pin. So my cousin played for the Steelers. I wish he had number 82, Yancey. So yeah, I'm still mad at him about that. That's another story.
All right. Well, thanks, man. It's good to talk to you. We'll do this again sometime.
Absolutely. Big time. Go Hawks.
All right. Go Hawks. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go to 360, back to the Washington zip codes, or area codes, I should say. Is this Warren? Tell me this is Warren, or is it Gabriel?
Yes, this is Warren.
It is Warren. Where are you from?
Gabriel. How you doing, Norb?
I'm doing good, man. Excited, right? I mean, Super Bowl champs. I mean, what's not to like about what's been happening?
I'm actually a 49ers fan.
Oh!
Congratulations. I did. I'm a big time Niners fan. I grew up in the Bay Area, man, and my lady's a Seahawks fan. Our whole family's Seahawks fans.
Ooh.
So I'm happy for them. I mean,
a
you guys
house
did
divided.
a fantastic job.
Okay, well, all right. So obviously, how was it for you as a 49er fan seeing the Seahawks playing for the Super Bowl ring on your field?
To be fair, I wasn't thrilled about it, but I don't think any Niner fan is. And the celebration in the locker room, honestly, I think we would do the same thing had we had won. So, I mean, I can't blame the Seahawks for doing that, you know?
Yeah.
And you guys did, I mean, a stellar job redeeming your Super Bowl loss and, you know, what was it, 10, 11 years ago against the Patriots? Granted, this is a different Patriots team.
Yeah.
It's not Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and
Still Robert Kraft.
Gronkowski and all that.
Still Robert Kraft and the same offensive coordinator, and the fans are still the same.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I don't know. It's just a whole different team. So,
yeah.
But as a Niner fan, you know, we got a lot of work to do, man. I mean, we keep getting hurt, and you know, we need to stay healthy. We need to draft a much better O-line, and you know, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, they need to quit getting hurt because man, we pay these guys so much money, and they're always banged up.
Well, and you got some guys who are starting to hit that stage in their ages where they're starting to hit the end of their careers, like George Kittle. I don't know how much longer he can go. He had that bad injury late in the year, and then who else was I thinking of? Your left tackle. What's his name?
Yeah.
Williams, right?
Trent Williams.
Yeah, your left tackle.
Is it?
What's his name? Yeah, all
I
pro.
think that might.
Dang it.
I think he's Trent Williams.
Trent Williams, yes, Trent Williams. I mean, he's getting up there too.
That dude.
So
he's incredible.
He is incredible, but I mean, at some point, he can't play forever. So I'm just, it'll be interesting to see how the 49ers address these players, because you lost a lot of talent. But man, you guys still managed to finish with 12-5.
Going 13-5 or 12-5
after all those.
I want to
injuries.
say this. I mean, you're right. I mean, Mike McDonald has won a Super Bowl in his second year, and Kyle Shanahan's going on his 10th year, and he hasn't even won anything. He's brought us nothing on, going to be honest, but heartbreak. I mean, every year we usually get to the playoffs, but he just can't get it done. So, I mean, how does a head coach keep his job after almost 10 years of messing up? I mean, if you're a regular worker in a regular job and you mess up that bad, you can't keep your job as just a regular worker. So how does he get to keep his job? That's kind of crazy.
Well, that's a tough one there because, I think about the Bills firing their head coach, and I thought, they've been pretty good, and they can't seem, to your exact point, they can't seem to get over the hump, but is it really the coach's fault? Was it Josh Allen's fault because he had some bad plays there? There's a bad call by the refs, I think, that they took away what was a catch and turned into an interception that led to them losing that game. And if they win that game, they probably don't fire the coach. Same thing with the Ravens. They fired John Harbaugh, and it was the kicker who missed the kick. Yeah, they should have won that game. And so, I just think sometimes these firings are a little bit too much of a, we gotta string somebody up. Well, let's just fire the coach because we're not going to fire our quarterback. So, but I think Shanahan's a good coach, and he's had some bad luck. Like when they lost to the Chiefs, I witnessed that game in person, Super Bowl 58, and that could have gone any way. But
and you jumped into that lake or something.
Yeah. I mean, Chris also had to jump in the lake. I remember when I came over that sketch, I was like, "What the hell was I thinking?" But but that game was like overtime, everything. I mean, one thing doesn't happen, and the 49ers probably win that game. A PAT that was blocked, a McCaffrey fumble. I mean, the game is such inches, and yet is that the coach's fault that they missed it? Garoppolo overthrows a wide open receiver on a go route that would have won them the game.
Jimmy Garoppolo. I know he made a lot of boneheaded plays, but he wasn't as bad as I thought people made him out to be. He's not Brock Purdy for sure, but he's not a bad quarterback, I would say. I think Trey Lance was the biggest bust for the Niners in the last 5 years. That was a bad draft pick, just in my opinion.
But
as a Niner fan, we didn't do much with Lance.
Yeah, but him getting injured and getting knocked out is why you discovered your now starting franchise quarterback. So in a lot of ways, you guys sort of transitioned pretty quickly from that Garoppolo to Trey Lance to who you have now. So, and you kind of got a great deal out of that one, although he's making the big money now. So that's going to make signing these, free agent contracts and everything a little bit more tougher. But, well, we got this one. And after being really since 2019, we've been sort of in the shadow of the Niners and the Rams, for that matter, for a while. So, we needed to get out from under for it was time for us. And, yeah, we had to do it in very dramatic fashion.
You guys deserved it, man. I mean, it is what it is. I just want to say as well, I got to take my mom to her first Niner game this last Christmas. I took her to see the Niner Bear game. That was the game before we played for the first seed, and that was a lot of fun. I don't know if you watched that game, but
I saw the highlights of it. Yeah.
Brutal, man. Oh yeah, it was back and forth, and that was pretty cool to see that. But yeah, I mean, I wish the Hawks, the best of luck, and again, congratulations for winning that, Super Bowl and all that. And I love my woman more than anything, and I'm happy as heck for her.
Well,
but
you have
being
that.
born and raised in the Bay Area, I got to stay with my Niners. Bang bang, Niner gang.
Well, you're pretty cool and respectful for a guy whose team just had to witness their arch rival winning the Super Bowl on their own field. All that considered, you're actually got a pretty good temperament. So, yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you being on here, and we'll talk more again as the season goes to next year. And this is just the beginning of some very heated battles between these rivals, the Seahawks and the Niners and the Rams, for that matter. It's going to be
The last thing
best
I
division in football.
Is I guess I could beat the Seahawks in my Madden game, if that counts.
Hey, whatever makes you feel better. Go ahead and win the Super Bowl on Madden. You can have that all day long. I'll give that to you. Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, man. Go Hawks. Thanks for calling.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Go Hawks. Well, you're not going to say go Hawks, but I'll say it. Okay, let's keep this going. Oh, I think I got all the non-personalized numbers out of the way, so let's just fly through the rest. We got a few more, and let's wrap this up by 11. I said I wouldn't go 3 hours, and here I am going 3 hours ago again. Let's go to the 903. Is this Bill?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Bill. How you doing?
I feel sorry for you. I actually want you to celebrate. Congratulations on winning the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
I'm mad you won it there. Actually, it's kind of a good thing. I hope your team sprayed a whole bunch of wine over their locker room and let the 49ers come in and take a look and smell it and see it and get them hyped up. Now, see, I'm going to tell you something. I heard a little something about one of you callers talking about a new ownership. The Niner faithful. Mm-hmm. I'm a Niner fan. We know more well on what new ownership looks like.
Yeah.
Under Eddie DeBarlo, we had 5 Super Bowls. Under Jed York, we have 0. I want you to enjoy this. Possibly, maybe, if you do get a third and you get a new ownership, that could possibly die out for 30 years for you guys. So they talk about our trophies being old. I want you to remember what goes around can't come around. So, I want you to enjoy that.
Well stated. We're definitely going to appreciate and enjoy this. I certainly don't take it for granted because it's only happened twice in our 50-year history. So
you don't know what kind of ownership you're going to get. You don't know what they're going to be like. It might be more like ours, Jed York, that don't want to invest in good players, that don't want to do anything. I'm here to bash the owner of the 49ers. I hope that, he's not really that great. He don't want to go out and make big moves, splash moves. They're talking about Max Crosby to the Niners. That's not happening. Any of these guys are talking about Jefferson to the Niners. I don't see that happening because it's Jed York.
Is it really the owner, though, or is it more of the general manager who has that responsibility and that fault at his feet?
It's Jed York. He's always been cheap. That's why we always have inches of almost winning it and not kicking that door in. Like, always, become part of a phantom call. That should never have been. Our history is normally bashing them, winning, comeback, good quarterbacks, good defense. It's not that anymore because of new ownership. If we had Eddie DeBarlo, this would be a different conversation. I promise you. We'll be on her 12th Super Bowl championship if we had Eddie DeBarlo. But under Jed...
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had a time when you had one of the most talented rosters. I mean, I don't have to go that far back. I mean, 3-4 years ago where you guys were knocking on the door and you seemed like the 49ers had just been kind of snake-bitten and some bad luck. Like when you guys lost to the Eagles in the NFC Championship game where you lost basically 3 quarterbacks and we're down to nothing. It's hard to win when all three of your quarterbacks get knocked out of the game. And then losing to the game I mentioned earlier to Chiefs in overtime in the Super Bowl. I mean, you guys have been so close, and it wasn't through a lack of talent. I mean, you guys have had some pretty amazing talent, especially on defense. But I don't know. I'm not sure how much can you blame the owner on it when you guys have had a lot of really good players.
Jim Harbaugh. Had he not fired Jim, we would not have went through that long drought. We would have at least had about 2 or 3 Super Bowls, and all those players that retired on us when we got like Jimmy Tomsula or whatever that other guy's name was, Chip Kelly. We would have never had to go through all that if we didn't fire Jim Harbaugh. You don't know. You could have a really good coach and then, get a new ownership and have a bad year, and he fires your coach, and then all your players retire, and then you go through a long drought like we did. So,
hey, let me ask you a question. Are you saying that you like Jim Harbaugh better than Shanahan?
Yes.
Oh, hands down.
He was way better.
Really?
And I guarantee he wouldn't have choked us. The only one that could really beat us was his brother. The only one that got us in the Super Bowl was his brother. Any other team other than you guys owned Jim, but other than that, we barely would have even saw you guys in the playoffs because there was a time you guys went on a drought and you were under rebuild mode, I believe, and we got hit too, and it was pretty bad. So I have to say, our owner stepped in the way of the progress of the coach, and it's just all that. So it's not making excuses. It's just the fact I want you to understand what new ownership could possibly look like for you guys. So you would have a reason to really worry, and who knows? I mean, Oklahoma City's really won an NFL team. So hopefully you guys don't end up being moved to Oklahoma City. I mean, that could be what would you feel about
we already lost one team. We lost a basketball team to Oklahoma City. So Oklahoma City is kind of like a 4-letter word around here. So, I don't think that's going to happen, at least not in the near future. But
what would you do if they took the NFL team?
Well, there have to be a lot of stuff that would happen before that would happen. I did a documentary about the last time an owner tried to move the Seahawks in 1996 to Los Angeles, and we stopped that from happening thanks to some very dedicated people. But I like to think that
a lot to worry about for you guys. I mean, I'm not mad. I kind of like you guys were not really that good when you were in the AFC. Your rivals were originally Kansas City and the Raiders and I think the Broncos.
And Broncos too, and San Diego. Yeah, we were not very good when we were in the AFC. We had a few years where we had moments, but for the most part we were lots of losing, a lot of mediocrity and below average for many years. So.
I don't consider you guys a rival. I consider you guys like a little brother. I really feel for you guys, on possibly being moved to a new city, new town, new ownership. If you stay, you could have a new ownership that would possibly move you somewhere in Washington, maybe not Seattle. Like we got moved from San Francisco to Santa Clara, and you can be moved to a place where a lot of things could happen.
I suppose so, but. Yeah, that's pretty extreme, but yeah, we'll see, man. But hey, I appreciate your call and your insight. It's always good. I got 2 49er fans in a row. I don't know how that happened, but next year is a whole nother year. So
I want you guys to enjoy this because when you get bad things happening, just know we went through it. We're going through it. We're not going to have possibly a big splash in the off season. So, anyways. Go Niners, and maybe talk to you sometime in the future.
All right. Well, I got my handle on a couple of 49ers fans now, so we'll definitely be chatting as the next season comes along. So, all right. Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate it, man. All right, let's go to where'd he go? Oh, Andrew, been waiting patiently from the side of the mountains. Andrew, what's up?
What's up, Norv? We got 4 letters for that last 49er fan. We do not care.
Yeah,
We're not going anywhere. What is that?
That was some very bitter 49er spewing going on there. But hey, you know what? I understand.
Yeah.
We'd be upset too if it was the other way around. So
we would, but I want to jump on a Niner channel and try to create fun of like, you guys are being moved. Like, nah, like this is one of the biggest franchises out there in the NFL.
That's some wishful thinking that a new owner is going to come in here and just suddenly move them to Oklahoma City. Yeah, good luck with that. But anyway, let's talk Seahawks
North,
here.
How did it feel being the last fan with me, man? How did that feel down there?
That was pretty cool, man. Yeah, I mean, we closed the house down. That was pretty wild.
We did, man. Last fans at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, we were just out there trying to find our friend, and here we are, like they're kicking everybody out.
Find your friend?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we definitely did. He got carried out in a golf cart. Rode him out there, and we finally got together and made our way out. But yeah, it was a long night for sure. But when you win, the night doesn't feel long because you're just basking in it. So yeah, no, it was fun, man. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. First Super Bowl for me in person, and it was special. It was totally last minute, but it was awesome. The atmosphere is different at a Super Bowl than any home game. But Mike McDonald was right. It was definitely 75 Hawks fans, I would say, of the crowd. Just like he said, we owned it for sure. I got to give you credit, man. I remember asking you like what are the things that we need to do to get to the Super Bowl after the Rams game? And you were like, play calling needs to be better. We got to keep the run game up. Assuming the defense was going to be to the level of talent. And, like, you said a couple other things. But the number one thing that, like, you've been ride or die more than anything that's kind of, like, really been spamming is Sam Darnold. So I got to give you credit where credit's due. Like, my gosh, man, you called it. You were like, this guy is our guy. And everybody can just shut up because he's gonna win us the Super Bowl. You didn't hold back on that one guy very specifically, and you were spot on, man.
Yeah, you say that stuff and inside I'm like, God, I hope I'm right. But no, I really did. I really felt like I saw enough to know that he has that, but. Like any quarterback, even the great ones, and it's funny to me that there's guys like Josh Allen where nobody would ever think about trading Josh Allen, right? He's like Mr. Franchise. And yet, that last game, he kind of sucked. He kind of cost them the game with some turnovers and fumbles and stuff. And yet, nobody ever talks about, they'll fire the coach before they think about getting rid of him. And yet, Sam Darnold can have a great game. Like the NFC Championship game, he had one of the best games ever. And yet, if he had lost this Super Bowl because he had a couple of bad picks, they'd be ready to dump him in a second. See, I told you he sucks. Get him out of there, Luckily, it didn't happen. But that's how short the leash is with him for some reason. And I even still think that the leash is still shorter with him than, say, the leash would be with a Bills fan with Josh Allen. It's just something about the road he came through. He's marked with that. I was a bad quarterback during that time, and I saw ghosts, and I threw, got sacked 8 times and threw these interceptions against the Rams when I was with the Vikings, and that sticks with him, right? It's almost like this bad, like having a bad criminal record. So you did do these things, so you're always going to be bad in my mind. And yet, they still can't give him credit where credit is due. And that's what I was doing because I was like, this guy's good. This guy's, really good. And his potential to be great is there. We saw it. An NFC Championship game in the most important game against the toughest team in the NFL. He had that game of his life, and he won that game. And and that was like vindication for me that I stuck to him and said, he's the guy that he's my franchise quarterback, whether we win or lose that game. And here we are, Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
No question. So yeah, it feels good
to
be
right.
What a great
story, man. I mean, yeah, what a great story. Like you said, like you think of like those guys like Lamar and Burrow and Josh Allen, and you can just think of these guys that like people think, oh, they're the franchise quarterback. Even like Brock Purdy, like people like they're like these guys are the answer long term. Like fans are like kind of like general NFL fans are very like high on these franchise quarterbacks, but I mean at the end of the day, like I feel like Sam Darnold not only had to like go as far as he did, but like he made it undeniable now. He has a Lombardi, and that's something that you can't. That's not subjective. That's objective. You can
it's a fact.
Get.
Can you imagine if they could have gone back like 2 years ago or something, and someone would say, "Hey, so Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, which of these quarterbacks is going to win Lombardi first?" And you know who would never be put in that conversation, and yet that's what exactly happened this year. Crazy, right?
Exactly.
And
one question for you, Norb.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go ahead. Sorry.
No. What question you got?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Like, as you've been reflecting over this year, you know, it's the Hawks bringing a title home. Like, and just being a diehard fan yourself, like, what moment from this run, specifically this year, really stuck out most to you that you would say?
Oh, I have to go back to that Thursday night game against the Rams. Just like the Packers game was one of the best games because of the nature of the comeback aspect. I think there's nothing better than a comeback game in terms of the thrill and the emotionally just insane aspect when you can pull out a win when you've had to come from behind. There's no better feeling. Winning a Super Bowl like we did, dominating fashion, is a fun time. But if we had to come back from behind to do it, it's the most rewarding. And that was what was great about that game, because if we don't win that game, we probably don't even possibly make the playoffs. And it took every little bit of luck, skill, effort, game of inches to have won that game. And that started the run of everything falling into place from that point on. And so that game was a pivotal point in the season and was the best regular season game I'd ever watched. So I'd have to go all the way back to that Thursday night game probably to be the one that was like the high point of the season. The NFC Championship game was great too because, NFC Championship game. But I think it's just in terms of the emotional swing and the magnitude of it, that game was it has to be it. It was just insane.
Yeah, it was a turning point.
And so unlikely, right? That the win what do you call it? The win probability percentage probably was at 99 for the Rams at the point when they had that interception with 9 minutes or so to go. I mean, it was basically like almost impossible for us to win that game, and yet they pulled off the impossible. And I think that's what makes that game so great. It's the highlight of the season for me.
Hey, I appreciate you, Norm. Norb, congrats, man. Let's go Hawks, dude.
Yeah.
It was great seeing you down there.
Yeah, let's meet up. Let's meet up in Los Angeles. Let's do it again next year. Let's close.
Yeah,
let's shut down SoFi. let's meet up in front of the gates of SoFi and then shut that one down.
Last fans at SoFi.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? We're like, hey, dude, here we are again. Crazy.
Yeah. I don't think my wallet will want me to do that again, but or my wife if she's not there. You got to come again if we do it again.
That's true, but that'd be a good problem to have. To go like, oh my God, we made it again. Are we going to actually pay for this trip again? Be a good problem to have. All right, man. It's good seeing you there, and thanks for the call in.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Have a good night, man.
All right, you too. Go Hawks.
Appreciate you.
All right, I got to wrap this up before 11 o'clock my time, so we got to get through a few more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy crap. Okay. Let's go to who have I been seeing on here? Has been here for a while. Jesus from Yakima. You've been here for a while. Jesus from the 509.
Hello, Norb.
What's up?
So what's your thoughts on the game, man? It was like, I got out of work really early. Like, I asked for it. And I got off, I think before the halftime show started. So I was watching it,
Well, you got to watch the best parts because the beginning was kind of like, we had some great defensive plays, but offensively we were just, 9 points, all field goals. And it wasn't until the late third, fourth quarter when the fireworks really started to blast. So, wow. It was fun. I mean, it was still so close to not feel like, okay, we're not blowing them out. We should be, but we're not. But our defense is playing like we might be able to win with just 9 points. It turned out we needed a little bit more than that. But, we we were in control of that game, and it felt pretty good. So yeah, you're. How was it for you watching the game, coming into it halfway through?
Honestly, it was like really nerve-wracking. Like I was sweating profusely. Like it was like, and then when I saw when I think AJ Barnes scored that touchdown, I knew that was game. And then when the Patriots got the ball back, it made me a little bit nervous again. And then was it the skip sack by Byron Murphy that changed the whole game for the whole game? And I said, "Oh, that's good. That's game right there." And Julian Love again with the interception, and AJ Barner, like that's what changed the game, and it felt good because over here on this side of Washington, we're here by a bunch of no-name bandwagon 49er fans, to which I did a test on them way before when they made the Super Bowl back in 2024, and none of them couldn't name not even a single player from their 2019 or from their 2013 squad.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, well, I bet there's a few Seahawks fans who are kind of just casual Johnny-come-lately fans who probably, if you were to ask them to name a handful of players on the team, they probably wouldn't be able to do it either. But, that's what's great about it. Football just brings people together, and when your team suddenly does good, everyone becomes interested. And but Seahawks fans, they've been great, though. There were a lot of great fans down there at the Super Bowl and today at the trophy.
Yeah, I heard on the TV. It was really loud.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, they sold out every seat that was available, and the turnout was amazing. I think I read somewhere like maybe it was like 700,000 people. Maybe they didn't quite break the million, but nonetheless, it was a ton of people.
Right now, we can go back to Los Angeles, which my brother's stationed over there, and he wants to hope that happens again because he lives in Lancaster, which is like 45 minutes away from Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that'd be something if we could do it again and get past the Rams. So the Rams, they're definitely a tough team, and it's really going to be a question of can Stafford go again? Is he going to be back for another year? Because that dude is amazing. Obviously, won the MVP, but
really amazing quarterback right there.
Yeah, at some point he's going to have to retire. So then that'll be a whole nother.
I feel like he'll probably get up in age mid-season. Usually, mid-season quarterbacks start to show like their age. I mean, Tom Brady, for an example, when what he did in Tampa, I doubted him throughout the season until I saw what they did against Green Bay.
Right.
And then when he won that 7th championship, I was like, wow, this guy is truly one footballer mastermind. Like I have never seen a guy who, said doesn't want to be with his family, just wants to be football all day.
Yeah. Well, Stafford, he's definitely a pretty amazing talent, and the Rams have been pretty good at protecting him. He doesn't get sacked a lot. He finds a way to get rid of the ball and dodges.
Because I remember at his days in Detroit, he was getting sacked in the oblivion.
Yeah. You almost feel bad for him because he had spent so many years, in Detroit, and if he had been on a team like the Rams this whole time, who knows how many Super Bowls he would have won by now. But
he probably would have 2 MVPs or 3 MVPs by now.
Maybe this is the Sam Darnold trajectory, that he was on these sucky teams sucky team, but they definitely started with a sucky team and moved to another team that was not that great. And
like how Darnold started with the Jets.
Yeah, so he's finally getting that, showing what he can actually do. But it took him 7-8 years to do it. But he's got more time left on the clock than
I know he was something special.
Yeah, he sure did show it. That two 14-3 seasons and now a Super Bowl victory. I think we can say he put his doubters to rest. So, pretty good.
Yeah, all his doubters. That's all I had to hear was he was going to see ghosts. But I always had faith in Sam. And what Ernest Jones says, that he's always his quarterback.
Yep, and if anyone has anything to say about him, F you.
F you.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for the call, man.
Highlights of the parade. You too, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's hope we can make it back next season. And also, go Seahawks. And also, I'm attending the first Sounders game of the season, so also go Sounders.
Okay, all right. Well, enjoy it, man. Enjoy your time here. It's every moment is something to be cherished. All right, go Hawks. All right, let me see. I'm trying to get to the ones that we had earlier. Let's go to Luke from BC. Luke, you're on for the 250. Hello.
Hey, Norb. Normally, I would ask how are you doing, but in this case, I'm going to ask how well are you doing?
How well am I doing? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. It's hard to top what has happened over the last 4 days, starting from, I guess, the weekend, really, Friday, all the way to Saturday with the amazing 12s meetup at the Golden Gate Park and the 12 flag flyover. And then I got to go see the Dave Chappelle show or the Chappelle concert Saturday night. That was a surprise. And then the Super Bowl Sunday, getting that victory and meeting all the 12s out there and so many people. And then coming back and then getting to do the parade today or the trophy ceremony. It doesn't get much better than this, man. It's always going to be sad, like, you know, when the football season comes to an end. I mean, obviously we're the happy team because we're the number one team and survived and all. But when football season ends, there's always that feeling like, oh, man, football season's over. How many more weeks before the season starts again?
Sure.
It feels like an eternity, you know, but then we have all these little things to look forward to, free agency, the draft, and OTAs, and then it goes on a little bit of a, you know, hiatus, and then July comes, and next you know, we're talking training camp, and then preseason, and then it's not back up and running. So, you know, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't have been happier with the way things turned out. It's been just a joyous season ending in a way that I don't think anybody imagined. So it's been a blast, man.
Yeah, I could definitely echo your sentiments for sure. Like, what an unreal weekend to see that go down, and the fact that it was my mom's 60th birthday. It happened on my mom's 60th birthday. It was like the ultimate cherry on top of the cupcake, and yeah, it was great. We were down in Victoria there, the provincial capital. We took a trip down there to celebrate her birthday and went out for a nice dinner. It was great. And I also wanted to say, check on our buddy Chrysostomo. I'm sure he's a hurting unit right now. The fact that his rival Seahawks won in his 49ers home barn there.
I already told you before that it sucks. This is the worst season ever. But next year, we're coming for you.
Yeah, Chrysostomo's got some explaining to do. Definitely some videos coming up for that. Hey, so weigh in on this unrestricted free agent talk. You know, with these 6 guys who are kind of like the top guys that are potentially going to not get contracts. But who is the most important? Ken Walker. You got Ken Walker, Boye Mafe, Rashid Shaheed, Rick Woolen, Josh Jobe, and Kobe Bryant. What are the must-get-dones in that group?
Yeah, the top 3 for me, definitely K9. K9 should be top priority, followed close behind by Rashid Shaheed. He's an electric factory, man. The way he returns kickoffs and punts is just like I haven't seen anything like it really since Percy Harvin, and and Shaheed. You know, I like his attitude obviously way better than I like Percy Harvin's, and that Job. I think they should go after him as well. But I trust John Schneider to make the right decisions and to keep this team competitive for quite a while, and hopefully build a dynasty in the making here. I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
I know. That's a big word to throw around when you're only one in, but it feels like the potential is as high as it's ever been. But yeah, the tough part about these unrestricted free agents means that we could say, oh, let's bring this guy back, but they're free to go and look elsewhere. So if they get a better deal and they don't want to come back, they may have no control over, you know, convincing them to come back. So just because they want them doesn't mean, you know, depending on, you know, if it's just money, they can match the deals, or if it's just that they are looking for another change for whatever reason, why you'd want to leave a Super Bowl team. But everyone's got their reasons, and Super Bowl teams lose players all the time. So yeah, we'll see. I would be really sad if we can't get Ken Walker, because I think he is hands down the most important guy we've got to bring back. So hopefully they do that, and the rest, you know, they'll figure it out.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks for the call, man.
I'm still
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, for sure. But before I go though, I'm still so delirious from it. When Barner got that touchdown there to make it 19-0, and then the Pats came back and scored one quickly after, and then I think we went on a 3-and-out right after in the ensuing drive, and then they get the ball back. I had to leave. I had to get up and leave the
tough
hotel.
time. That's a tough point in the game to leave. That's when all the good stuff happened.
The stress was getting to me, and then I was watching your stream and stuff, and then I hear the bar cheering below, and that was when the first interception by Love happened, and then
got a field goal.
Then the next drive later, that pick six by Nwozu was just it was so glorious and just so satisfying. It's because that right there was the moment the demons from Super Bowl 49 were exercised for me.
Yeah.
At that point, I was take your Super Bowl 49 and stick it kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
from that
for
point,
sure. I felt the same
it.
exact way. Yeah, that was the high point of these knowing this game is over. But
just glorious and just beautiful to watch.
Yeah, love it, man. All right, well, we'll see what happens. But thanks for calling in. We'll roll this back to next year and see if we can re-rack and do it again. All right, thanks for the call, man.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Luke.
the chat. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, go
Cheers,
Hawks. You bet. Talk again. All right, so I'm going to just get through the people who are left. So no new callers. If you're not already on the line, this is going to be it. So we're going to blast through the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 calls left. We're going to get through all of them. All right, here we go. Starting with Landon from the 858. Landon, you're up. Landon, you there? No? Okay. I'm going to skip Landon. Let's go to Jason from the 425. Jason.
What's up, Norb?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great. Just tired, but I got to check out the parade, and it was a lot of fun.
Tired? Did you have to get there early?
Yeah. The office that I work at, it's literally located right next to the parade route.
Oh, so you were already going to be at work, so you just kind of snuck down and got some looks at it while you were down there?
I basically spent my lunch break down there.
Oh, nice. So decent view of it and everything?
Everything just worked out.
That's cool. Wow, you got the best of both worlds. You're able to go to work, make that money, and still watch the parade. Oh, that's cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
What do
you think, man? I mean, think we can run this back next year? Do you think we're built for it?
I think there's a good chance of that. I mean, we still have a very young roster. We have a lot of cap space to work with. I know there's definitely been a bit of talk about who would be our next offensive coordinator, but it's most likely we're going to be hiring in-house, which I don't have issues with.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm feeling optimistic, and concerning the fact that next year's Super Bowl is going to be in SoFi, I figured, hey, we already won it in one division's house. Why not win it in another? Run it back.
I like the idea of that, for sure. Any thoughts on these free agents, unrestricted free agents that we may have to say goodbye to? We're talking Ken Walker, Boye Mafe, Rashid Shaheed, Reek Woolen, Kobe Bryant, and Josh Jobe. Any of these guys feel like we must have these guys back, or we're not going to make it back to the promised land?
I think I definitely want to see if we can bring back K-Man. I've always liked him ever since we drafted him. And I do like Charbonnet as well. I like both of them, but something about K-Man, he's just different. And he showed up during the playoffs and especially in the Super Bowl. At the very least, I definitely want to bring him back. Definitely want to bring back Rashid. He's been a game changer and was a big reason why we've been able to play so well. Reek, I don't see him coming back. I don't know. It's like he had a really good rookie year, but it feels like he's been inconsistent at times, and there are just these moments where it's like he does something so stupid, and it's like, Reek, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And and he had a good later half of the season, but especially during the first half and then the NFC Championship game, it was it was a bit rough. And plus, we'll have to eventually pay guys like Witherspoon in the future.
Right.
So
JSN and I know it's always that conveyor belt of guys moving through, and eventually having to get paid, and letting certain guys go, and then start drafting again. It's a tough cycle, but John Schneider seems to have figured out how to get the most out of that, which is pretty sweet. So, we'll see what happens, man. But pretty amazing time to be a Seahawks fan right now.
Yeah, this was by far the most vindicating and healing season I can recall, just thinking about what it took for us to get there, going through both of our division rivals and then beating the Patriots in the Niners home stadium after being basically written off, having to deal with people trashing us and not giving us our credit. It's this was so rewarding, and I feel so proud to call myself a Seahawks fan and to take so much pride in the city of Seattle. So it's been amazing. And
great run.
I know we've talked a bit about ownership, this was going to happen eventually, and the proceeds of the sale is going to be donated towards charity, so at least it's going towards a good cause. The team's not relocating. That's not going to happen. There's no logical reason for that.
Right.
So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I'm not either.
And it's I know there are names Jeff Bezos being thrown around. I don't think he can buy the team even if he wanted to because of Amazon and all that stuff, and he's in Miami. So, but we'll see what happens. I trust that hopefully things will go well in terms of the sale, but this was going to happen eventually.
Yeah, so. It was designed by design. It was going to inevitably happen. There's no getting around that. So hopefully they find the right partner to hand the baton off to. So maybe Steve Ballmer is another name that could be it, another Northwest guy. But we'll see.
Something
we'll see.
Steve Ballmer. Preferably someone local would be nice.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what I'm leaning more towards, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure
someone local who has $4 or $5 billion are laying around to buy this team. But it'll be a good investment. Whoever has it is going to be making money eventually. So
and I'm sure the Allen ownership will have some involvement in terms of who we sell the team to. So hopefully it'll be in the right hands.
Yeah.
But of course it's gonna have to come down to who's gonna cough up the most money.
Right. Exactly. All right, man. Well, I'm going to get to some other calls here as the night is wrapping up, and I'm starting to fade. So, anyway, thanks for the call, brother.
When you can get some rest. Of course. Yep. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. All right. Let me go to Isak. I think Isak was in here for a long time. Isak, is that right? Isak, you there? Hello? Isak going once? Oh, he put his phone down. Okay, let's go to Aaron from the 978. Aaron, you there? Everyone's
Hello?
dropping. Oh, hello. Is this Aaron?
This is Anthony.
Oh, it's Anthony. Okay, his name came up differently. Anthony, where are you from?
I'm from Peabody, Mass, but I go to school in Springfield.
Okay,
Springfield,
all right.
Mass.
East Coast guy.
Yes.
Okay. Are you Seahawks fan or are you a fan of some other team?
No. I'm a Seahawks. I've been a Seahawks fan since the Super Bowl run back in 2012. I was like 6 years old for it.
Okay, all right. Young man going to college out there. All right. Well.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, man?
I'm just going to my car with him right now. I can't wait to get my roommate. First off, huge fan. remember watching all the prediction videos back in like 2013, 2014, 2015, stuff like that when I was really young. But other than that, I think that game was just insane. I was watching it with all the Patriots fans and stuff like that. Like seeing the look in their faces, just like, oh my god! Like growing up in Massachusetts, hearing all the 1 yard line stuff from all your friends, it's just like it's a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
I know. Because, we've been owning that joke for way too long.
Oh my god, it's awful. But I wanted to get your thoughts on like the free agents because I feel like there's definitely a lot of guys you got to bring back, but like there's also some guys we got to let go, unfortunately, because we have big contracts for like JSN, Boone, like a lot of. Luckily, we have a lot of guys on rookie contracts, but like soon, like obviously Byron's gonna hit a contract, like all those guys down the line. But like, who do you think that we should like bring back and like kind of let go?
Yeah, well, of the unrestricted free agents. Yeah, I think Ken Walker, I think everybody agrees that we got to bring back our Super Bowl MVP, the only healthy
100%.
running back, a starting running back that we have. So he's got to be a high priority. I think Josh Jobe is the next one as far as cornerback because, we have 2 corners that are basically under, contracts expiring here. So I think Josh Jobe I would go with first. Then I would go with Boye Mafe to keep that dark side D-line going. And then this is where it gets tough. Kobe Bryant, Rick Woolen, and Rashid Shaheed. I feel like if we had to, Ty Okada could step in for Kobe Bryant because he did a really good job while he was injured and didn't really lose a beat there. So I would probably then say it comes down to the next one would be Woolen or Shaheed. Woolen's been a polarizing character. Obviously, he's had some really good plays and some brain.
I love him. I absolutely love him so much. It's just hard.
Yeah, but Rashid Shaheed tilts the field. He was this close to some huge plays against the Patriots that could have really blown this game open. Oh my
God, Gonzo just cracked him down that one post.
Just barely got his hand in there at the last second. I mean, that was a damn good play, but I mean, we were that close to a couple of explosive ones.
He's disgusting.
We should have had a couple of big scores in that one. This game should have been a 4-score game, really. But
oh my God, that ball that Darnold missed to Jackson on the.
Oh man, I know. If he could just floated that ball just a little bit more touch, he was off to the races.
And, he had him.
Yeah, I mean, glad we're not talking about this in a form of oh man, if we'd only had that play, we would have won. But luckily, we get to say it in a win anyway. But
I said it to all my friends here. I was like, I cannot show even when I go back home for breaks, I'm like, I can't show my face if we lose this game. Like losing.
Yeah, that would be so hard.
Twice, which is a wall where it's my home state where I live in. Like it's awful. Like I don't ever want to think of that.
So, but going back to that list, so Shaheed and I guess Woolen, I would probably have to let go and then find some way to keep Shaheed. They do have a lot of money, so those are the guys I would keep. Walker, Mafe, Shaheed, and Jobe.
Yeah, it's like 6 most cap space, something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You got your franchise quarterback. That's always a good thing.
Oh yeah,
and he's not a rookie.
We're gonna have to extend him too.
Yeah, I know. He's kind of on a short-term deal. So that deal may get reworked too. So, yeah, it's a lot. I don't know how these guys do it, but man, it'd be a complicated thing trying to figure out your budget to the cap and yet also pay everybody to think long term with all the upcoming contracts too.
100%.
Yeah.
One more thing. What do you think about the draft? Like, who do you think that we should get? Obviously, it's going to be a big factor between who we get with the free agents. I think if we let go of one of the corners or something like that, I think if we let go of like Shaheed or Woolen, I think we could possibly get like a receiver or corner. It's just who's going to be there and like who's going to be worthy of that pick. Or we could take an O-lineman for like, so I think even like I don't even think we need to. I think Sundell, like he wasn't really a known name, but like he played well. Like,
Sundell has been great all year. Yeah. I like the idea of drafting. We drafted a guard in Gray Zabel last year, and man, if we can get another lockdown guard on the right side, that O-line will be set. And so
I think Bradford didn't even play that bad in the Super Bowl. He's serviceable, but you definitely can get way better in free agency, like a better right guard. But
I don't remember what Bradford's contract situation is. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of needs, though. I don't think we're desperate in a lot of needs. I mean, we've got D-line's good. The O-line is maybe a player away. Tight ends, I like that group with Barner's like the premier tight end. We're K9's good. We lost Charbonnet at least for a while. Receiving core is good, especially if they decide to bring back Shaheed, Horton, JSN, Cooper Kupp, Bobo. I mean, that's a damn good crew right there. And then the defense, I guess cornerback potentially if we lose one of them. And I mean, I like our linebackers, but yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot of holes. There's not a lot of places where you go, oh my God, we need to get this. It's only like a couple of spots.
Oh yeah,
really.
like past years, like I feel like I remember in like 2020, 2021, 2022, it's like, oh my God, we gotta get this, we gotta get that. It's like,
our defense was struggling too.
After that Rams wildcard game, I think that might have been the worst Seahawks game besides the 1 yard line. I think that was one of the worst games I've ever watched in my life.
Terrible. Jamal Adams and
pick six.
After
Williams
DK was,
I was like,
after DK had been whining on the bench, complaining about not getting the ball, so then Russ forces it.
I love DK. He needs to get out of there. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
I love DK. He's my favorite player.
Well, it's kind of shown to be the right move to get rid of him when they did, because we were going to owe him a lot of money.
Is the face of that city, man. Like, I was going to fly out there too to go to the parade, but I was like, man, I'm a college kid. These flights are not cheap.
Yeah.
I'll probably need to get a hotel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, hey man, JSN is the face of that city. I'm gonna hopefully I'm gonna try to come out because I know New England plays Seattle next year, and I went to the game last year that we played them in New England, which that was really fun to see. That was a good game. But hopefully I can fly out there.
Yeah, could be the first game of the year.
Hopefully, and
could be a rematch of the first game.
It could
Thursday
be.
night. It makes sense.
That would be pretty cool.
It makes sense. So yeah, we'll see, man. But yeah, thanks for the call, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, go Hawks, man. Have a
go Hawks. Okay, let's see. Cruising right along. There's a few more to go. Let's go to 7 from over the border. 7.
How's it going, Norb?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
Good, man. Just so pumped that the Seahawks pulled it out.
Yeah.
I just can't, it just feels surreal, to be honest. Growing up watching this team, I remember growing up when I was 7, 8 years old watching you when we first won it in 2013, and then, it just wasn't supposed to happen this way, you know what I'm saying, the way we've won it, and this season it's just been crazy. And I think it's something I think in sports, just in general, you look at different dynasties or whatever, it's different sports you look, and it's just, they have that one first year when everyone's young and they have a surprise year and either they end up winning it or come close to the finals. And, I think this could really be, if they get it right, this could be a team that we look at, in 6 years from now and be like, wow, they won 2 or 3 Super Bowls and, the finals and the Super Bowl, we made constant Super Bowls and, all these Pro Bowlers, and they got it right, and I think we could be looking at something really special here.
Yeah, I think the potential's there. Maybe even more than, like I said, in 2013, just with the culture that they've created and the right balance of complementary football, and guys just seem to have the right attitude, and I think he's going to keep it going so that they'll always have the right chemistry of guys. And not have those situations where the older guys start to kind of go, I'm kind of been there, done that, heard this, done that. It seemed like that often happened with Pete Carroll, and they start losing the locker room a little bit as they got older. So these vets seem to take.
Yeah, there was that divide between.
These vets seem to be.
There was a divide between defense and offense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
well, I was kind of looking back today. Yeah, I was kind of looking back today to that 2019 team we had with the Seahawks. So remember we had to call Lynch back up because we had those
running backs were
Carson was out.
Yep.
Homer was. I'm looking at that team and I'm like, we were 1 yard away from clinching the 1 seed.
Oh, I know.
And
We were the same thing that happened to what we did to the Niners this year is what they did to us. The only difference was they never won the Super Bowl, but they almost did.
Yeah, and I was watching that. Yeah, and I was watching the teams like that with Wilson after like the Legion of Boom was done, and those were really good teams, and we were like contenders even. But at the end of the day, the defense just wasn't quite up to par, and that's what costed us. Like like I remember that 4th down or that 3rd down call. Remember in Green Bay, that divisional game?
Yes.
And that third and that like, those are the plays that you have to make, and that's what this has been the first, or maybe I would say a little bit last year, but this has been the first year really since that prime Legion of Boom that we were able to do that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we've been able to do the plays, make the plays we need to when they have to happen, and just
Yeah, and the offense didn't even have to be crazy good at all. It kind of had to be just like make no mistakes and you're going to win, which has been the craziest part.
You can play defense, run the football, and then the passing game just has to be enough. That's what that Sunday was all about.
Yeah.
So, I like it too. I think the foundation is solid. We're got as good a chance as any we've ever had to make another run.
I have a question though. I thought I saw, is Derrick Henry a free agent?
Interesting.
I thought he was someone that, if Walker ends up not re-signing for whatever reason, we need someone else, obviously, because Charbonnet's out, but I was thinking if there was like a guy like you can get like him if Walker doesn't want to re-sign. Or, he's asking for a lot, right?
It says he's under contract through the 27th season, so not really.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They re-signed in May of last year, so he's under contract.
Oh, that's maybe
Yeah. Although,
because I'm really worried
kind of
Walker
cost them their season, too, in the beginning, so...
they did, that's true.
Even
but,
though he looked unstoppable,
he
fumbled the ball at the worst possible times, and just goes to show, turnovers just kill you, so... Crazy that the Ravens didn't make the playoffs because they really should have, based on the talent. Just some bad luck.
Oh, I know. Like this season for the Seahawks worked out perfectly. Like I'm going through like the games and like it couldn't have gone any better than it did, to be honest.
Yeah, it really did. A little bit of obviously good coaching, good players, and a little bit of luck too. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the call, man.
Parade today.
The parade was great.
No problem.
Such a great moment for Seattle right now. So keep it rolling.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, Savin, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, thank you.
All right, moving along. Let's go to let's try Isak again. I think Isak. I think you forgot. His phone was still on. All right, Isak is not there. Kingsbury, or Landon from Kingsbury? Or is it Landon Kingsbury?
Hello.
Landon.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to the show.
Sorry, I was muted last time.
I was wondering what happened there. Okay. Anyway, what do you think? Seahawks Super Bowl champions a second time. How you feeling?
Yeah, second time. It should be a third time, but we're not focusing on that.
Should be a fourth
Anyways, I called you, this is my second call in. I called you, before the NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I had to call you after the Super Bowl. But yeah, I was watching it. We had a little Super Bowl party.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was more of a high-scoring game. That's my only regret. I wish I had something to, cheer about in the, whole entire first half.
Yeah.
But I was expecting more touchdowns, to be honest with you. What did you think of the halftime show?
Interesting. First time being brought up today. So the halftime show. I said this during the broadcast, but I'll say it again. I'll just say it. Political climate or not. I really enjoyed the halftime show, and I'll start by saying I didn't know anything about Bad Bunny before this, so I really didn't know if he was a rap artist or hip hop or whatever. I just knew he was Puerto Rican and most likely was going to sing in Spanish. So I just found it very fascinating and really good, because from the beginning I was already drawn in by the cinematography and the choreography and the way they constructed the sets and the camera movements. As a filmmaker, it was just a smorgasbord of really cool production design. So I admired that. And then the music, I was telling somebody earlier today that I don't even really. A lot of times I'll listen to music that my kids will show me, and they'll tell me this, oh, hey, listen to this artist, listen to that, and I don't really hear the lyrics. I'm not paying attention to the lyrics, but I'm just more feeling how do I like the music. And certain songs will hit me with a beat that I really like, or some not so much. And it's kind of the same way here. I'm not obviously understanding any of the words, but if the music is hitting, that's all that really matters to me. And I like the Latin music. I've always had I dance, I know a lot of Latin dances and stuff. So I, used to salsa. I know how to cha-cha. So, I'm very familiar. I used to play these types of songs in a band. So I already particularly like, Latin music anyway. So all that kind of connected with me from the performance standpoint. And then just the cultural message, as a Filipino, there's a lot of similarities between, the Hispanic culture, because Philippines were under Spanish rule for a long time. So a lot of the customs and traditions there's some crossover there. So for me to see that, it was just like watching a movie musical about another culture. And, I've seen so many shows like that have either taken place in movies, like Crazy Rich Asians, right? That was a movie that took place and really showcased an Asian culture. And then you have movies that sometimes show, say, like a European culture, or a movie that features African-American culture, or, whatever it might be. And so I always enjoy watching those movies. Look at K-pop, right? I mean, that's a huge thing right now. And half the times we don't understand the language they're saying, but, the music is kind of infectious. And so, so all that kind of culminated to where it was all done. It was like, wow, that was really cool. And I've watched it multiple times because there's so many moments.
I feel like half the time you don't even know what they're saying regardless.
Yeah.
So it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
People are like, you should be able to understand what they're saying. And it's like, but do you really? Even if it's in English?
It would have been cool to have had the translation, because a part of me just would love to have known what he was saying the whole time. But it wasn't a necessity. It wasn't like I was going to go, well, I don't hear the words, so I'm going to turn it off. That certainly never would have crossed my mind. But, for me personally, I really enjoyed it. And I got a kick out of the little people dressed up as grass bushes, the 200 or 100 so actors who were dressed in bushes moving around. That was hilarious and really ingenious at the same time.
And then how Bad Bunny gave the trophy
to his Grammy to his younger self.
Trophy to the deported kid.
Yeah, there was so many cool. I thought the meaning there. I thought that was him giving it to his younger self. That was what I thought the meaning was. But there's a lot of things to be interpreted. A lot of cameos that I didn't realize at the time, and a lot of hidden Easter eggs of things that meant something. Like this, one of the storefronts was actually a real storefront that. Puerto Rican storefront in New York, that the woman who actually owns it was the one who gave him, I think, like a drink or something in the show.
And you got to remember, Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens.
It's a U.S. territory, so
they just can't. They just can't vote because they don't pay federal taxes.
Yeah, very well placed.
They're
very
U.S. citizens.
Yeah. So I think people decided before the show even started that they were going to not like it, because of different reasons, not because the show was bad or anything like that. It's just they before it happened was already going to make up their mind that I'm going to not like this show, and it's unfortunate.
No, I have family members that were like that.
Yeah,
I have family members that were like that.
Yeah,
but I think you should at least give everything a chance, in my opinion.
I agree.
And if you don't end up liking it, you don't end up liking it.
Yeah. How old are you, man? You sound pretty young.
15.
15. All right. For a 15-year-old, you have actually a very wise view of the world, which is pretty impressive. But I think that it's kind of like, and this is just like an approach to the world in general. For example, if you have a chance to try different food from another country, even if it's not familiar, you should just try it anyway, even if you're not sure or you think you might not like it, because you might discover something that you actually like and you didn't think you would, but because you tried it, you might discover something, a new flavor of something, and maybe you won't, and that's fine, but at least you give it a chance, and it might open your eyes to something, and you might discover something that you never knew about before. That's just a small way how you can expand your horizons of being open to other things that are not just in your familiar path, that you're kind of staying in your own comfortable lane. And I find this really with getting to know other people. You know, the more you talk to people and get to know people from other cultures, races, other walks of life, you learn things that you didn't know before. And I find it tends to break down barriers. You have better understanding for people. And maybe you might have had a certain preliminary judgment on somebody just by what you limited knowledge of that person. And then you talk to them and have an in-depth conversation. And suddenly you realize, wow, I just discovered something new about this person or their culture or whatever. And so that being open to just at least experience it just makes you more, breaks down barriers and makes you more understanding. And I think that's something we need more in this world. So I'm not going to say any more about that because it's a thing that becomes a hot button topic for people. So that's since you brought it up, that is my answer to that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But as far as the game goes, it was a really, really, really neck and neck game because if you think about it, it was like zero. It was like when they started getting when the Seahawks got a 3-and-out and the Patriots got 2 back, about to get a second touchdown. I was like, no. This is not happening. No. Please tell me no. I
got a little nervous after their first touchdown. Guys are going, uh-oh, and you do the math. Uh-oh, if you get another touchdown, and they get 2-point conversion, they're only down by a field goal.
What's funny about this, one of the interceptions that happened, the pick six, is the ball didn't even touch the ground. He deflected it right out of Drake May's arm, and it didn't even. I
know it was an interception.
It didn't even touch the ground. It just went right to him.
Which is unfortunate because, from a stat standpoint, that would have been a record. I think Super Bowl record number of sacks if it had counted as a sack, but because the ball never hit the ground and it was intercepted, it was just counted as an interception, even though Witherspoon really did sack him, but it doesn't go down in the stat book that way. So, yeah, it was an amazing play, though.
Yeah, well, we won, and I'm so excited because, when I was the last couple Super Bowls, the one that we won, I was 3 years old. So, I didn't even,
yeah, right.
understand.
You wouldn't remember any of that.
And then the one that we should have won, I remember my family cheering.
Yeah.
But, I don't remember. I was 4, so I don't really remember anything.
Yeah,
but it's so funny now it's so good now to see, my team that I love for basically my whole life go to another Super Bowl that I actually get to witness and comprehend what's going on.
It's so funny to me because you've only been alive for a certain number of years, so your knowledge, your distance of having been all my life is the duration of about 2 Super Bowls. For me, the first Super Bowl was that's just 12 years ago, and yet for you, it's a lifetime ago because you were basically not even recalling whatever happened in your life at that stage, and now to your point where you can.
Yeah,
so it's. I realize the impact
but
for you is so different.
I watched your documentary of you and your dad going to Super Bowl 48,
okay.
and then I watched your like the documentary you made about like your whole story about becoming a filmmaker and when you were little. And,
yeah. Okay, you saw that. Wow, you've really done your research.
And yes, I've been watching you for a lot of years. I started watching you during COVID. But
I appreciate it.
I watched. It was funny because when you were, it really educated my knowledge on Seattle sports because I didn't even know that Seattle had like a basketball team.
Right, because it's been gone ever since you were born. We haven't had one, so yeah, you just think that's how it is, but no, not always. That's why history is important because it is true that you need to know where you're going. It helps to know where you've been. There's so much truth to that because there was life before that point, and if you didn't know that, you would just think this is how it goes. This is how it's always been, and it's not.
But case. My grandmother's from Spokane, so we're Seahawks fans. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Even though we live in San Diego, we're still.
Oh, you live in San Diego, and that's where my kids go to school. San Diego State. So.
Yeah, you told me at the before the NFC Championship game that they're going to San Diego State. That's where my grandfather went.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I've been getting told by my fabulous moderator that I need to start wrapping it up because she says I've been going for 3 hours. I'm looking at the clock. I have been going for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Oh my God!
I don't see how you do that.
I don't see how I done it either. It doesn't seem that long, but it has really actually been that long. So anyway, you're a very intelligent young man. You got a future.
I got to power through one more day of high school, and then I have a 4-day weekend.
All right. Well, I'm sure you'll pull it off. You're a pretty smart kid. So, all right. Well, call in again because enjoy talking to you, man. You're very wise for a 15-year-old.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, you bet.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. All right. Let me get. We're down to 3. Look at this screen. Look at this. It's almost cleared the board. Let's just wrap these up, shall we? Let's do it. Okay. Let's go to Frank from the 954. Frank. And by the way, there's Alina Dahl's super chat saying it's coming up at 11:30. Knowing you've been on for 3 hours, time to go and say goodnight. Frank? Oh, Frank must have gone and said goodnight. Okay, well, that one's easy. How about P. Wallace, 570? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
Hi, how are you? Brandon. I don't know why it comes up like that.
Well, yeah, throws out a name out there. He's got not necessarily any truth to it. Brandon from where?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay, all right. What's on your mind, man?
I've just been enjoying the Super Bowl victory lately. It's been one hell of a journey, really.
It has been a heck of a season. When you think about it, 3 losses. We basically went 17-3. Right? 17-3, 14-3 regular season, and then we won 15, 16.
We only lost those 3 by
17-3, yeah, it's crazy.
Total.
But yeah, Super Bowl champs, man.
Super Bowl champs. It feels a lot better now to rewatch Super Bowl 49, especially that pick. It doesn't hurt as much as it.
Because now we know we got another one. We've gone past it, and against the Patriots, it definitely washes the bad taste out.
But I wanted to get your opinion on the.
Sure. What do you got?
With the ownership and everything that's coming up that I've been hearing about. I'm not necessarily worried.
Are you talking about the sale, the imminent sale? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like the sale, like in the ownership aspect of it.
Yeah.
As long as they find an owner that kind of just lets John Schneider and Mike McDonald continue to do what they're doing, I think the sky's the limit over the next few years.
Yeah.
The way I watched, the parade and the celebration, everybody's all happy, hyped, and makes me feel like I want to run through a wall. Pretty much.
Well, I mean, we haven't had an owner who wasn't named Allen for almost 30 years, and so the thought of suddenly changing to a whole new name is a little scary. I think I would like to think the owner will. She's selling under a positive situation that's been planned, so it's not like some kind of rush thing where it needs to get out or something, or the financial situation's dire or something, So I would like to think that the thought process will be handled well and not rushed. So you got to just give faith in the same way that we've had faith in doing everything else well, that this team will handle this and find somebody who's aligns with what they have wanted and what Paul Allen has wanted, and that they'll keep that going. Who that is, obviously it's a short list, because whoever it is got to have deep pockets that they could afford to shell out $4 or $5 billion to buy this team and still have plenty of left over for all their other stuff. So I'm sure there's not that many people that could be on that list who can afford to buy a team. So there's a limited number of buyers out there, but yeah, will it be some name that we've been kicking around for a while, like Steve Ballmer or Jeff Bezos, or is it be some billionaire that we've not heard about that's just going to come out and go, who the hell is this guy? I hope it's somebody. Hope that somebody that takes good care of the house after the real estate deal has been done. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm hopefully looking forward to going to. I see that they're playing Philadelphia.
Yeah,
in
here are the
year.
teams we're playing next year. At home, we play all of our NFC West teams, and we play Dallas, the Giants, Chiefs, Chargers, Bears, and Patriots. And then away, we play the NFC teams, and then the Broncos, Raiders, Eagles, Commanders, and Panthers. So
I can't wait for the Broncos matchup, to be honest with you. I feel like that's what we should have seen in the Super Bowl.
Right,
this year.
right, exactly. So it's interesting that we'll actually get to play both the two teams who met in the AFC Championship, the Broncos, who we already beat, rematch with them, and the Broncos. So we are kind of getting a chance to see what would have been, and it'll be interesting to see when it happens and what the status of Bo Nix will be. I'm sure he'll be good to go. I mean, it wasn't like it was a fractured ankle, I think, and not like a bad tear or something, so he's probably going to be good, but we'll see. But yeah, the Chiefs, it'll be interesting to see if the Chiefs are of what kind of version of the Chiefs we'll see. Cowboys,
Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Who knows?
Can score a lot of points, but the defense sucks. And then the Giants, they're under new management. John Harbaugh over there, that's going to be interesting. Then we got the Bears, who were almost came to visit here in the championship game. Chargers, it's Raiders probably not going to be that good. The Eagles, though, are going to be tough. Panthers are better.
I feel like there's definitely a good chance, hopefully, to do another 14-win season next year. There's a long road ahead of us.
Yeah, all right. Well, it'll be fun to see what that opening opponent on a Thursday night start of the year will be. I think the Patriots sure seems like a pretty tantalizing rematch.
Yeah.
So
hopefully the Patriots rub some more salt in the wound a little bit.
Yeah, and our house too, nonetheless. But all right, well, I got to wrap up. I got one more caller, and I have to go to the bathroom, so we got to wrap this up. Here you go. So, Brandon, appreciate the call, and go Hawks, man. Last call of the night. This is it, and I know Lena's got to go too. So, I seriously need to go to the bathroom. Ben, you there? Hello. Ben, going once?
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Ben.
Yes.
Yes, okay. You're the last caller. What's on your mind, bro?
All right. Thank you. Yes. Well, I'm sorry. Can you please say again? My face looked kind of tired here.
Yeah, tell me about it. No, you're the last caller, so what do you got? What's on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
All right. Well, I had nothing else to say then. It feels so awesome to win the Seahawks win Super Bowl for the first time ever in my life.
Yes, I think you speak for many Seahawks fans that, especially the younger ones who hadn't seen Super Bowl 48 before, that this is a historic, monumental moment that you should cherish because we don't get these very often. So, but Yeah, it's exciting, man. Did you watch the parade, or did you go to anything, or just get a chance to experience it one way or the other to kind of see the celebrations around here today?
Yeah, I did not celebrate. Yeah, I did not join the parade today because it's Alaska and I'm busy at work. So yeah, so the only thing I actually do is I'm using my my set-top box collection for the NFL, making like a Seahawks parade in my bed right now. That's really the closest thing I actually joined the Seahawks victory parade.
Okay. But yeah, you can check out the social media. I got to catch up on it because I want to see all the other stories that happened with the parade today because I kind of wasn't able to keep up with all that excitement, but it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I mean, this kind of marks the end. This kind of marks the end of the season. This is the bookend. This is the final chapter to kind of wrap up as we're champions. We celebrated, and now we turn the page and look forward to 2026. But thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for your patience and waiting to get on. And we'll see what happens next season, or say the off season. So thanks for calling.
We're gonna see a lot.
Have a good night or good morning, as it may be. All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, man. Take care.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you. All right, you guys. I really have to go to the bathroom now because it's been almost 4 hours, for crying out loud. But thank you, guys. Alina, thank you for staying so long. I know you had things to do as well. But thanks so much for those of you who called in, those of you who commented, especially the Super Chat supporters, new members, and just everyone who just hung around to watch and hear us talk all night about what a great season this was. That is it. We made it through. I said we wouldn't go for 3 hours, and instead we went for 4. Good God. All right. I'm going to get out of here, go to the bathroom, and wrap up the day. But it has been a heck of a weekend. A lot of fun. So that is it. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later. Hello, Super Chat from A Person. Thank you for one final little support, and I appreciate it. Thanks for staying late. Well, my pleasure. I appreciate you guys. So good night, all. We will have a great tomorrow and the rest of your week. Good night.